podcast is live.
It says we're live now.
We are there. We 11, 12 seconds in.
13. Doesn't say anybody's watching, mind. Oh, there's 3 people now. There we go.
Hello.
I think that's it. 16. Tidy. Yes, it worked!
So that's...
Can everyone say something quickly?
Quickly. Hey, welcome.
Hello. How are we?
Very well, thanks. Very well, Ben.
All good?
Hey everybody, welcome to the 3rd episode of CrowCast. All the Crow family, thanks for joining us. This is episode 4 of the CrowCasts. Hey! How's the boys?
How's it going?
Welcome everybody, this is episode 10 of the CrowCast. Episode 10, unbelievable. Yay! Good evening everybody, CrowCast episode 14, holy shit. Welcome to CrowCast episode 19. Slight change, as you can see, I'm with Ronnie Huxford tonight because my internet is down. What's up everybody, welcome to CrowCast episode 27. Tonight is the takeover, it is run by you. Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Shane?
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, no. That's not a great start. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. There's a lot of shenanigans going on tonight. Oh, man, that mask is so freaky. That's so freaky.
What's up everybody? Welcome to CrowCast 32. Merry Christmas, Crow family. What's up, everybody? Welcome to CrowCast episode 40. It's the Crows vs. Christmas special. What's up, everybody? Welcome to CrowCast episode 41. It's our Happy New Year special. I was on mute. What's up, everybody? Welcome to CrowCast episode 42.
Cool, we ready to roll?
Go for it.
There's no... Yep.
Here goes! There!
What's happening, everybody? Welcome to CrowCast episode 52. It's our birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, boys. It's only been 1 year. How hysterical was some of those introductions then, man?
Oh, I know. Dave, 11, 12 seconds in.
It was nice. It was nice seeing my hair progressively getting longer and longer every single episode.
Yeah. And Ronnie's room in particular, it went from red to white to he's been all around that room. Every corner of that room he's been around.
It's true, actually. I only just thought. I started off in the corner, but there, where the drums are, and then moved to the other corner, and then up there, as you've seen earlier, and then, yeah, like you said, stripped back white room. Dude, I think there was even an episode as well, which I didn't, that wasn't in the highlights, where, do you remember there was all like decorating sheets and stuff in the background? Oh, man, dude, everything's got better, even the microphones and, dude.
Does anyone else think we were going to get to 52 episodes as in during lockdown? Because I didn't.
No, but I think it was just a case of let's just see. It just rolled, didn't it? It wasn't even a conscious thought. It wasn't like, oh, we'll do this. It would just do it because there's nothing else to do at the moment, and it's just mad. It's been 52 weeks. It don't even feel 52 weeks, boys. I don't feel a year.
No, I agree there. I mean, weekends are a bit of a. They're almost like they're just like a little blip now, aren't they? The weekend's gone. It's like, hey, it's CrowCast.
As mad as it sounds, this past year for me has probably been it feels like the quickest year of my entire life.
Yeah.
It's just come and gone.
Yeah,
it's insane.
You're right there, Ron. It's like normally, like you start the week on a Monday and then Friday, and then there's a weekend. So it's Monday, Friday, weekend, great. But now my week consists of Tuesday to Tuesday. It's so strange. Since when has a Tuesday been so important?
It's a bizarre scheduling. I mean, we've said it over the last couple of weeks, kind of behind the scenes thing. But yeah, we do this episode tonight. Then it's like, well, hey, well done, guys. Great episode. Great gig. And then tomorrow we wake up and we're on to the next episode. I mean, you are right. I mean, what a dramatic change from the first episode where we're like, is it working? And that whole excitement of connecting with the fans, because we were all in different houses. What a different world it was, that long ago. We were all different houses, but yet we didn't have what we had now, where we've met so many great guests. We've managed to connect with the Crow family every week. And it's kind of filled the week, like you said, Shane. It's, without being too negative about it. That's why I was trying to kind of backtrack. And I'm like, well, we're still in different houses. I'll address the elephant in the room because that didn't make sense, because I'm starting to think, well, actually, we're still where we are 52 weeks later. But no, as we'll see tonight, there's so many things that's happened in that time, and so many cool people we've met, isn't it, boys?
Yeah, man.
Absolutely unbelievable. We got a stacked show for you tonight, guys. Like Ronnie said, all the guests we've had throughout these 52 weeks, some have come on and little videos and stuff. It's all, I'm not going to spoil it too much, but should we start by doing one now? Maybe?
Yes. Yeah, why not, innit? Let's have a little birthday shout out, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
CrowCast are 1 year old, all 52 episodes. It's me, Blaze Bailey, saying, CrowCast, you're doing a wonderful job. You are great guys. You're probably the best podcast in the world. Keep going. Congratulations and good luck. And here's to the next year and the next 52 episodes. Cheers, guys.
Like his cheeky smile at the end.
Blaze Bailey is like the opening in the set list, and you've got to start with Blaze Bailey to set that show up.
Yeah.
Just kicks you in the teeth, man.
It does. It starts. We're on a roll with it. I mean, Blaze was one of my favorite episodes. One of everyone's favorite episodes. Just wow! What a machine! I think it's the episode where me and you spoke the less, Shane.
Yeah, I think we had like
if you comped down all the speaking you did, everything was what, 2 minutes?
Yeah, if that.
That'll be an interesting task. I'll do that when I got 5, just to actually see how many words myself and Greenall said. Like, do you know what I mean? So, should we look at a little couple of clips from the episode?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's have a look at some of Blaze's best bits.
I mean, this having a Spitfire on the stage! A Spitfire on the stage! Man, it's a factory war! It's brilliant! And look how long they've been going! They've been like, we'll have a picture of a Spitfire on the back wall. We'll have a back... No! They've got an actual Spitfire! And the singer, get this! The singer of Iron Maiden is dressed up like a pilot, and he is a pilot that can fly a plane! It's amazing! It's amazing! I remember Steve goes to me, he goes, the tour could be 9 months. I'm going, yes! Yes! 9 months on tour! Yeah! I've lived for this! Oh, yeah! Fantastic, man! You know, where somebody else might be going, 9 months away from home. I was going, yes! 9 months! Gigs every night, yes! Oh, man. When I'm Prime Minister, metal on mainstream radio will be a legal requirement. Pull yourself up. Pull yourself up. Pull yourself up.
There we go. The legend that is Blaze Bailey. We've had 52 weeks, an amazing guest, but he will always be one of the guests that stays in our mind, and just for his enthusiasm. He's larger than life and a little bit crazy, which helps.
Yeah.
What a dude.
He's I said it on the last episode, he was my gateway into Iron Maiden, because when I was getting into alternative rock, metal and whatnot in the 90s, he was a singer of Iron Maiden. So
was he?
During the
Did you know?
It's my birthday.
Apparently, Dave, they had a plane on stage. A plane. Love him.
Yeah, you got to be larger than life, and you front that band. I mean, you know,
that's very true. But yeah.
Oh, fair play. I look forward to the day he actually does make heavy metal a legal requirement as well on the radio, on mainstream radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, and someone I definitely want to catch up with when things get to some normality. Just like Shane said before, it's like an interest to me of, does he go to 11 like in sound check? Do you know what I mean? I had some more in my monitor. It's like, is he there all the time? Like, you know, someone going, hey, Blaze, do you want a towel? I'll take two. I'll take fucking two. What a legend, man.
A lot of people saying he was the best guest so far.
Oh, there we go.
Well,
he's definitely up. He's definitely up there, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, we'll never forget it, boys.
No.
Probably one of the most memorable guests we've had, definitely, without question. Without question.
Yeah.
But
brilliant.
The best guests we've ever had is obviously the Crow family. Everybody turning up for 52 weeks this year and watching and supporting us and buying the merch and showing us love. It's incredible. Thank you again for joining us on our birthday night. Should we have some birthday shout-outs? There's quite a few, actually, for all this Crow family. We'll start with Phil Metcalf. Hi, guys. Could I get a birthday shout-out to my other half, Sue Lucas, whose birthday it will be on March 24th. This will be her second birthday in lockdown, so we'll make her day if you could wish her a happy birthday. It was 12 months today that Boris told us all to stay home, and we must congratulate you for the amazing efforts you have gone to keep us all in the Crow family in one piece through these difficult times. Hopefully, we will be able to celebrate with you soon with the return of live gigs. Fingers crossed for Bradford in July. We'll be there. Keep rocking. That's brilliant. Happy birthday, Sue.
Happy birthday.
March 24th. Thank you, Phil, for the message. Thanks for the support. Happy birthday to Deb Morgan. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Deb.
Happy birthday, Deb.
We've had a good day. Alex Marsh. Hey, Crows, got a two-part message for you. Number one, can you please give a happy birthday shout-out to Catherine Marsh, who should be celebrating a big birthday ending in 0 next Monday on the 29th. It's all foobard, as this is her second birthday under lockdown, as it is for a lot of people. Last year, we would have been celebrating on the boat with the Crows and Stone Broken. That's mad, boys. Yeah. That really puts it in perspective, because that gig feels like it was ages ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
This year, they should have been on holiday with their other boys, Foss and Gill. They're border collies. So she remains 48 until they get a chance to celebrate her birthday. Eternally grateful for the past year. Life wouldn't have been the same without CrowCast. To sit down every Tuesday. I don't think any TV show comes close to making us laugh so much. I really hope people appreciate the efforts that you chaps put into making this every week. Thank you so much. Happy birthday, Catherine.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. There was a second point here. God, there's so many messages. Number two, whilst we don't, and quite rightly, see your families enter into the spotlight of Crow World, it's equally important that we acknowledge the support they must each give you, sneaking off every Tuesday to the spare room, up to video, chat to strangers, and post on Facebook. Doesn't sound like legitimate activity for grown-up family guys. If I could afford it, when lockdown ends, I'd be renting a party castle for all of your families just to say thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you, Alex and Catherine. Thank you, guys, the family. Yeah,
thank
it's a
you.
great point.
Yes.
Yeah, our families are killer.
Take you
Letting
up
us-
on that offer.
Yeah,
where's the castle?
Wow, week 52. We can hardly believe it. You've done an amazing job. So many laughs, guests, new bands, alcohol, even the trip abroad. Thank you guys for putting on such an effort. It has been hugely appreciated and has really helped us keep sane. That's from Jill and Ken. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Ken.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, guys.
We had some birthdays yesterday. There's a list of birthdays yesterday. Deborah Morgan. Happy birthday, Deborah.
Happy birthday.
Lynn Potter. Happy birthday, Lynn.
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Zoe Teasdale. Happy birthday, Zoe.
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Zoe.
Hannah Chaplin. Happy birthday, Hannah.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Tracy Jameson. Happy birthday, Tracy.
Happy birthday.
It's like happy birthday. 27th of March. Some guy called Ronald Huxford got in touch. I don't know. He sounds a bit mental to me. If I could give a big happy birthday shout out to his wife, Claire Huxford. Happy birthday, Claire.
Happy birthday.
Bevis got in touch. Bevis Robbins and Catherine Robbins. Congratulations, both. It's their 6th year wedding anniversary this coming Saturday. Happy anniversary, both.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
We're nearly there, boys. Sarah Bay, hi guys, hope you're all keeping well. Could I get a birthday shout out to my husband, please? It's his birthday on the 24th of March. I'll not mention his age. He's 37. He loves Crows, and we watch CrowCast every week. We've been working from home with the kids for a year now, and despite the kids' best attempts, it has broken us. I just want to thank him for all he does for our family, and I hope he has a great birthday despite Northern Ireland still being in lockdown. Thank you, and congratulations on a year of CrowCast. Happy birthday, Ali!
Happy birthday.
Have a great day, brother. Clear Kid, happy first birthday, CrowCast to the Crows. I'm sure you'll hear this a lot today, but thank you for all you do for us this year. CrowCast has meant so much to us all, and long may it continue. Thank you for all your time, support, music, and the laughs throughout, which has been a pretty dark time. To the Crow family, I've never been part of such a great community. I'm looking forward to meeting you on the road. That sums it up. Clear Kid, that's exactly what CrowCast and the Crow family is about. Thank you so much for that message. Thank you, Claire. That's what you say with that.
Thank you, Claire.
Shame.
Gary is going to touch. Hi, guys. Just wanted to say happy birthday to CrowCast and a massive congratulations to you all for reaching the incredible milestone of 1 year of the shows. I can't pick any favorite moments, as every show is a new highlight. We've had hilarious guests, Blaze Bailey, Jimmy Watkins, Ian Danta. We've had a deep, heartfelt interviews such as Mike Exeter. Features like What's the Next Line, Mystery Box, Crow Wheel, Dave's Did You Know, Boot Camp. They've all been superb. Thank you so much for entertaining us. Thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Gary. Got it? Got it?
Got it.
Got it? Got it?
I think this is the last one. Heather, I don't think any of us knew what to expect, but my God, what an amazing 52 weeks leading up to 1 year anniversary. I have loved every second, being a part of something very special, which none of us will forget. All my family and friends live on the bridge. Sorry, it's been pretty isolating and crappy, but the one constant thing has been a guaranteed laugh every Tuesday night. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Heather. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Heather.
And thank you everybody that's watching right now and has been with us for 52 weeks. We'll read out some messages that you're putting up later on in the show. But thank you so much, guys.
Love it.
I'm drinking. Anybody else drinking?
Yeah.
It's my birthday, so why not? Yeah.
It's your birthday today, David.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Happy birthday, Dave.
I just realised
Our
on that statement, he said it's his birthday about 4 times on CrowCast, haven't he?
Yeah.
Just so he receives more presents.
Just lying to make friends.
No, but it's as Shane said, anybody watching now, it's going to be a stacked show. There's loads of best bits. We'll do shout outs, so put your comments. They'll come up on the screen. we tried to get as much as we can into this show, but it's looking like a bumper already. And we'll give massive love to anybody that we have missed out. I'm sure towards the end. Ooh,
There's
go on,
one
Green.
there. There's one there. Happy birthday, Stu Hunting for Saturday.
Stu Hunting.
Stu.
I lost the key then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The question to Stu, wasn't it? Stu, when's the last set you had? Stu likes a set list.
He does
Oh,
like
that's
it.
All right, Stu, send me your address and I'll print off a copy of the one from Rock Blast for you.
Actually, didn't we have Roxy Asylum set list? Ooh, that's a good question. Let us know. Let us know, Stu. I'm sure we sent him one. Might have. Anyway, shifting through the gears, shall we have some more best bits?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh, aye.
Let's do it.
Probably my favourite one in the early days when I turned pro at Radio Air in Leeds. I used to do the overnights. That was 2 till 6 in the morning, and I lived at the end of the road, and it was like a 5-minute walk. And what I used to do then is I used to have a sleep. I'd go to sleep about midnight, get up about 1:30, and walk to the station. And somehow I managed to oversleep, and it was like I sat bolt upright in bed. You get that feeling. My alarm's not gone off. It's gone off because I'll either turn it off and not realise, or I know I'm late. And it was like 1 minute to 2. So I get dressed and I bomb down there, and I'm thinking, what do I say? It was like my second week, and I knew the guy was on before me, and he was a good lad. I thought I just didn't feel comfortable or confident enough to go and say, I'm really sorry, I overslept. And so in my head, I'm thinking, I'll tell him I had a puncture, even though I live 5-minute walk away. And I was trying to fix that. Now, what Radio Air had, it was like an airlock. A lot of radio studios now, like we have at Planet Rock, you just open the door, you're in. But this was an old school one. So you'd have a really big door that was about 12 inches thick. And when you open that, you would then have to push open another one. Now, it was like a perfect storm because on the outside of the first door was the red on air light. So if it was on, you know not to go in. At the exact moment, I thought, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to act all flustered. And I had this story about how the car was knackered and all this. I was going to, and I look up and the light is off. Now, it probably took a few seconds to open this huge door, walk through this little gap to push open that door. Well, in the moment that I've opened this door and gone to push it, the red light's gone on because he's about to speak. And I've just pushed the second door and I'm gone, fuck me, what a night I've had, as he's on the air. And he looked at me, just stonewalled, and without missing me, he goes, well, it sounds like Wyatt's had a hell of a night. He'll tell you all about it next.
As in LA, and there was we did lots of after show things, pre-gig events before a gig happened, and there was one for Van Halen. And there was a meet and greet with Van Halen, and like, cool, I get a photo with Van Halen. This is superb. Wow. And then I'm just standing at this this bar in this room, and I get a tap on the shoulder, and Lemmy said, I turned around, it's Lemmy, and he's like, yeah, where's the meet and greet for Van Halen? And I'm like,
it's casual.
It's happened. You've missed it. And that was just like this surreal kind of sort of, it's Lemmy.
And we're on the very back row of the Manchester Apollo, and obviously you've got the walkway behind it, and you've got like the post behind like that, and a few people on the guest list would kind of be leaning on the post, and we were in the far corner of the back row. I just remember walking in. First thing that hit me was the smell of patchouli oil, which has lived with me from that day. I just reeked of patchouli oil. And then looking at all the stacks, and obviously the speakers in those days of the PA weren't as condensed as they are now, massive PA. And it was just like, whoa. And then we looked behind, and Bob Geldof and Johnny Fingers were standing behind us. Johnny Fingers in his pajamas that he wore on stage. And we got chatting to him, and they were playing there the next night. So they were just doing a bit of a recce to suss it out. But yeah, just absolutely blown away. And the fact that Francis Rossi said, fuck, between every song.
Yeah, I mean, what a dream to tour with I am. I like me early nights. I'm teetotal. Yeah. You know, I'm only going to smash the rider or smash the place up.
So on the radio is really tough. Getting on to Planet Rock is a tough call. And there are lots of bands, and there's very few spaces, and the way our playlist works and everything of adding new stuff. So really, it's it's down to the song. The song, if it's a good song, we'll have a better chance, and if it's produced well, if it sounds like it's recorded in a garage, it's just not going to make it. It just can't. I mean, it's it's a station that's got over 1.2 million listeners a week, and you have to think that we're always aiming for quality. So that's probably keeping a short, catchy, good recorded song.
What's this about you and the Black Spiders?
Oh,
what is going on?
Yes, come about. Yeah, that's that broke today, didn't it? Well,
yeah.
You were talking about symbols of appreciation I was saying earlier about trying to find a silver lining in this mad world. Without the pandemic, without the lockdown, without symbols of appreciation, this wouldn't have happened. So, of course, we go into lockdown and symbols of appreciations begin. Now, the weird thing is I knew of the Black Spiders because I remember playing Kiss Tried to Kill Me, which was their big single about 7 years ago on the New Rock Show. And I also interviewed them at the last Sonosphere. And I met them doing their farewell tour, final tour about 3 years ago. And to be honest, I thought nothing more of it. It was just one of them things. Oh, another band bites the dust type scenario. And I know Pete Spibby from the band brought out a solo album about a year or so ago. So I always knew his name. Well, he emailed me and was just messaging saying how much he enjoyed Symbols of Appreciation, but he hadn't mentioned anything about music. And I recognized the name and I thought, oh, it's Pete he used to be in the Black Spiders. And then he openly admits now to, as he puts it, grooming me, because it was like, well, are you doing anything at the moment? Are you... Of course, at this point, no one's doing anything. So I'm thinking, and I've been saying for years, if the right opportunity, it sounds really cliche, the right project came along that I could do it, I wouldn't want to join a pub band or a tribute band and go out playing a gig or two a month, or I wouldn't want to start again trying to get a record deal. And I'm never going to be joining an arena band or anything like that. But if something came along where I could get the best of both worlds, where I could be a radio presenter and still do this, then great. But in my head, realistically, I'm thinking it's not going to happen.
Wanted to do this thing. Des Lynham at the time, so we're going back to like 2000. So he was the sports presenter at that time.
Yeah.
But for some reason, he got this reputation as a bit of a housewife's choice because he looked good. He got the old moustache going on, the sports jacket, the grey felt. Yeah, exactly. For some reason, the ladies seemed to really go for him. So in our twisted minds, we got it in our heads that Des could become a bit of a Lothario, and before long, we developed this section of the show called Des's Dedications, which was just a dedication to a local workplace in Birmingham. And the requests used to come flooding in, and it's all double entendre, and it's just Des being completely filthy, So you just put on your Des Lynham like that, and you talk about, I used to work in a video shop, and this young lady came round, and I wanted to show her the latest Warren Beatty film. So I said to her, "Would you like to see some Dick Tracy?" And we go off like that. And I got my videos out. I produced a Deep Impact, and she produced a Scream, and things like that. So it's just filth. And so Des's Dedications took on a life of its own. I was told by people who worked on the production line at the Land Rover in Longbridge in Birmingham, right? Which was, unfortunately, it's not there anymore. But apparently, the production line used to stop. They used to switch the machinery off when Des came on this would be about 4:20 in the afternoon. They would switch the machinery off because they wanted to hear Des's Dedications. I affected productivity at Land Rover.
Hey boys, greetings from PAHQ. Just want to say congratulations on 12 months of CrowCast. Can't believe where the last year's gone. It's been very weird for all of us, but you've made the best of it. You've done such a fantastic job getting people involved, getting people engaged, and having a blast at the same time. Long may it continue, or not, as the case may be, because let's be fair, we all want to get out there and do what we do best in a live situation. But until then, just carry on doing what you're doing. You're doing a fantastic job. All the best, boys.
Oh man, I was
There's a bit of a theme there, wasn't there? Do you notice?
Yeah, well, that's a bit of a theme. Brilliant, man. So good to look back and reflect on that.
Well, yeah,
thank you to the Planet Rock crew there for sticking by us through 2020 and supporting us.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, sure, man. I mean, the John Norman episode, which was phenomenal. just great insight to bands who want to get on to the rock stock stage or Winter's End. A bit of an insight into radio, like songs, why they don't get picked. Plus, like the scene that he grew up in. Outstanding conversation I was with Mr. Norman. It was brilliant, and obviously how we took the risk with us and put us high up on the bill on Winter's End, and then we go on to headline it. Paul Anthony episode, that was good, boys. That was a great one.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you just you hear these presenters on Planet Rock like every day, and then to have them on the CrowCast was a huge thrill. But then you hear and find out things about their personality that you wouldn't hear on the radio. There's obviously that's their job, and they got to be professional and stuff. But like Dance in particular, Ian Dante, I just had no idea his talent, the impressions he had, and do you want to see a bit of Dick Tracy? That absolutely killed me on my videos. Do you see my face? I was streaming. I looked a right mess. That absolutely cracked me up. What a funny guy. So funny.
Yeah, man. I mean, for anyone who looks back at that episode, we were still kind of learning the chat process. And it was a bit different back then because we used to come on first, then they'd come on a bit later. And then I remember we were like edging towards kind of wrapping it up. We were thinking, we've kept him here for ages. And then he just went into that comedy role, didn't he? And started pulling out all the impressions. And we were like, oh man, fuck, we would have gone into this earlier, so
Ozzy was a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ozzy impression.
With a Welsh one, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
I love an impression, me.
Yeah, but Paul Anthony with his cooking and his barbecues, I didn't know any of that.
Man, I remember him like saying he was going to be a joiner.
Yeah,
I mean, you listen to him on the radio and you think you'd never even think he would have even thought of becoming a joiner. Do you know what I mean?
He's made for it, isn't he? He's made for being on the radio.
He's such a great radio voice, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and let's not forget Wyatt Wendell's great episode. It was brilliant because, like, you put it back on him, Shane, of like, his times on Twitter and how does he kind of feel about that, the trolls, and it was great to hear his response over that and how he does handle it and his views on it all, and then to hear his journey throughout being a radio DJ, the drumming, and then the exclusive. Which was really cool. It so happened to be the same day that we find out the Symbols of Appreciation got him the Black Spiders job, which was brilliant.
Yeah,
absolutely
amazing.
I got him, man. He's really talented and he's a lovely bloke as well. I've spoken to him a couple of times. He's a really lovely bloke.
But what you see is what you get with Wyatt. Like, he will literally tell you like it is. There's no, beating around the bush. He'll tell you his feelings, right or wrong.
I love listening to him on air, man. When he's on air, he literally just says it as it is. I mean, a tweet will come in and he'd be like, well, why would you do that? That's stupid. And read it out on air, like.
Yeah, and for anybody who noticed the backgrounds as well on the Wyatt interview, if you're kind of late to CrowCast, that was a weekend we managed to get away as a band. We went to giant secret location that about half the people ended up posting on the groups. We know where you are. But it was different. It was the first time that we ever took CrowCast on the road. So that was a very first where I remember turning up and, like, me in particular, I had my laptop and I went up to one of the bedrooms and then I came down in the living room and I looked at Greeno and I'm like, fucking hell, he had the full setup with the microphone. I was like, man. And the first thing I did when I got home was got like a portable interface.
Yeah.
It was like proper fair play. The boys are in the control room now.
Yeah, in the control room, and give the fans a bit of a tour into the live room and stuff. And I think Shiner was setting up some gear when you Shine.
Oh yeah, it's patching cables, wasn't I?
Patching cables, lovely job that is, fair play.
Yeah.
for those who know.
Yeah, somebody got to do it.
But yeah.
But speaking about the Black Spiders, Ron, have we got some in there?
Oh, we have, mate. Well, like we were on about earlier, this is going to be a stack show. So anybody who's watching, staying with us, there's going to be best bits, there's going to be stories. We're going to be reading out your comments. And also, we got music as well. Hey! It's like Saturday, but it's Tuesday. Yeah. So, yeah, as we said, Wyatt joined the Black Spiders. Their album is out this week, which you can pre-order. We're going to get the links in the comments in a second. But the guys give us a video to play. This is Good Times by the Black Spiders.
Will be mine. Oh, Mary, Mary, wanna be with you. And this is what I'm gonna do. Got to put a call to you. 'Cause I feel good tonight. Everything's gonna be right. I'm gonna have a good time tonight. Rock and roll music's gotta play all night. Come on. Only take a minute just to sing my song. The road is gonna be with him. That's it. Tall sound is she's gonna be with Slim. And short back band is she's gonna be there too. And this is what I'm gonna do. Got to put a call to you. 'Cause I feel good tonight. Everything's gonna be right. I'm gonna have a good time tonight. Rock and roll music's gonna play all night. Come on, baby, it won't take long. Only take a minute just to sing my song.
Ready to do that.
Hey, that was bad, man.
That was a banger. I
amazing.
like that. I really like that.
Yeah,
I got a proper Aerosmith 9 Lives vibe off that.
Yeah.
You know,
I love the fact
the
that
guitars.
the guitars were playing in a caravan. It was banging.
Yeah, wearing like yellow dungarees, like
Yeah.
the dream.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
I think I said in the Wyatt episode, we were going to like Camden Rocks early on in the early days, and remember I used to like play their songs in the van, and then I was gutted because I said to you guys, no, they're not around, because it's just one of those bands that we've always mentioned, whether it be Three Colours Red, Stone Gods, they're our favourite bands out there, and sadly, you know, they just have to kind of take a break, or they just go away for a bit, or they're not getting the run that they need or the momentum. But there's some banging albums, like absolutely banging albums.
I can remember the first year we played Hard Rock Hell. I think it was back in 2015 maybe, and I took Shiner into the main stage. I said, check these out, this is Black Spiders. And it was that time where the bass player and the singer were going, fuck you, Black Spiders, like in that song. When it's Shine, it's bloody brilliant.
Yeah, it was good. It was that sound, isn't it, that fills the room.
Yeah, just kicked you in the teeth. I've used that expression so many times, but it really did.
Yeah, ballsy rock and roll, catchy tunes. You know, all the bands that we've all grown up with as well, like your Wild Arts, and it's all got that vibe in it, the harmonies, the party kind of bit of Airborne in there as well. Like, you know, tap your foot, have a beer. I genuinely can't wait to see that we're on a couple of festivals with them at the moment. Seems to be it's pretty cool, isn't it? So I think we're going to cross paths quite a bit. And definitely a band I can't wait to kind of see what's going on, like, you know.
And you can almost see, like, straight away the octopus, as I said at the start of the video, how he's fitted in there. Like, I know that sounds, you can just tell he's that drum, the drums were really good then, man. They were doing everything for the song. He's going to fit it in there perfectly. And Oliver May just said that wasn't a caravan, it was a boat. Thank you, Oliver May.
Oliver knows his boat.
Wyatt's been on him, man, and like, fair play to him. The same with as a lot of guests, they keep in touch now. We've become more friends. This whole environment has brought everybody closer. But yeah, Wyatt's been like really drum geeking, getting down on the electric kit, and then obviously I know he's getting out the acoustic kit now, ready for tour. So I'm really excited to kind of meet up with him. And like I said, I can't wait for the energy, the party mode. I'm hoping that it's a slot where myself and you boys can have a beer and watch him and go, yes, do you know what I mean? That's great, like, you know. So and obviously for anybody who wants to watch those episodes, Wyatt is episode 24, Paul is 13, John is episode 3, and Ian Danter is episode 10. All available on YouTube. But if you want to make it easy for yourself, save keeping up on the scores tonight, just go to www.thosedamncrows.com. Go to the CrowCast link, and all the episodes are up there. They're all available, and you can watch them full.
Yeah, thank you, boys. All the guys from Planet Rock, all the presenters. Thank you so much for the support over the last few years, and great to have you on CrowCast. What's next, Ronno?
Well, while we're talking about Planet Rock, we were very lucky during this mad period in 2020. It was the first gig out of a bizarre situation. So for anybody who's seen, we were there, we had a phone call, and it was like, how'd you fancy doing a live stream in Birmingham? And I remember me and the boys, it's the first time, you know, it takes a lot for us to shut up, but we were all just went silent for a bit. And then we just had to think about it, didn't we? Because it was just like, we'd been doing this for, I don't know how many weeks. You hadn't seen anybody. Well, I definitely didn't. It was like, I was proper isolating and stuff. And then it was like, oh, wow. Not only now am I possibly going to be doing a gig with the boys, we're going to have to rehearse.
That was the major issue, wasn't it?
Oh,
we couldn't get together, no.
Well, that was the thing about that. We hardly got together. We managed to get up country a couple of days before, bang in a couple of last minute practices, put together some sort of show that everybody would be happy with, and that's where we were. That's what she wrote. You know what I mean? It's how did you feel about that, Dave?
I really enjoyed it, but I was very, very conscious of. Well, same for everyone probably. There was no one there apart from the camera crew, who was, you know what I mean. But I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing John and the Planet Rock crew, Paul Anthony. I enjoyed seeing Stone Broken and the Wagons, and obviously, Roy and Jackie taking care of us. And I don't know, it was just a really, really, really good thing to do in a really, really shitty time,
Yeah. Very
John
humble.
did a fantastic job of it as well.
How did you feel about that, Shiner? Like leading up to that, when we had the news, To
be honest, I was just listening to you, but then I generally can't remember how it felt. But probably the thing was, I'm doing it because I get to play my guitar with you boys. So that was probably my state of mind.
Yeah. Anybody else remember the sound check and then going on stage doing the show when it was completely different? That's what I had.
Like every gig, it's like every show.
Every gig, you're right there, like
every gig.
And then it was just a case of right. You know what it's like, boys. We're in now, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
And then it almost becomes like a blur. You don't really.
Yeah.
You're just in that moment, and you're just letting everything go, and as rocking out as hard as you can, and leave everything on stage. But it was weird. I remember speaking to Rich from Stone Broken. Rich was like, "How are we going to go about it, buddy? Are you going to be looking at the camera? Are you going to be talking to the crowd?" They were that feedback, asking what are you going to do as a front man. I was like, "Dude, I'm just going to do what we normally do." Like, I'm not even, because the minute I thought about it, that's when then that's when you start getting nervous. I just thought, let's just go and do what we do. But some people are saying there, I swore on the first line when I shouldn't have.
You did.
Yeah, but that's what makes it memorable and more special, man.
Do not say fuck or bugger.
Yeah, it was bizarre. I mean, I've made it noted before, whether it be on you or other podcasts, that like the whole drive up was bizarre. It was just it was different to a normal gig. Getting there was really eerie in feeling. Do you know what I mean? The unknown, the fear, this is weird. It was the closest I've ever felt to having social anxiety. I'm a very sociable person. I love going out, I love hanging out with my mates, love going on the road with you boys. You know that we love the road. But it's the first time I've had that little bit of anxiety of, this is kind of weird and wrong. But you should have been in the moment and enjoying it. Shane's made a note of saying it. We all had different reasons, loved ones, etc. And it was just such weird circumstances. And then I remember coming home, and the wife always makes the comment of one curry in Birmingham, and I was a changed man. It was bizarre.
I remember
that's what happens when you sit down and have a meal with me, but
I was just going to say that was a meal with Shane Greeno. But it was. And you've seen, Shane, after I left the meal, it's almost like I needed that. I don't think I went for that meal, that little bit of calm and composure. And there was no prep talk, and like a baseball game or anything like that. It was just, I don't know, it was just getting over those hurdles. And then after that, it was almost like a smile of, we can do this. And you're probably thinking, I know that. That's why I'm here. But in my head, up to that point, I was all the negativity and all the bad thoughts you were thinking of, I don't want them in my head. I was going through all of that. Oh my God, I've never, in all the years, I mean, Christ, some of us have been in bands together for like 15 years, do you know what I mean? Plus, never have I not played to nobody in a room. Well, actually, that's happened a few times. But all right, scrap that comment. But and we have played One Man and His Dog. Do you remember that? Shane Shiner? That was in Newport in the pub when we were about 18. Genuinely played to One Man and His Dog. So we've genuinely done that.
Let me tell you something. Fido fucking loved that gig, but
but that was my personal journey, boys. It
was weird, but because I can remember it was me, Kev, our guitar tech, and Dave. We went to that pub by our hotel, didn't we? And I remember seeing you walk past to get food, and you remember the look on your face. It was almost a shock of like, you're in a pub. You should and it went so much that you shouldn't be in a pub. It was like, you're in a pub. And it was so strange, man, wasn't it, Dave?
That was a lovely pint, I tell you what.
It was a good pint.
To be honest with you,
It was a good
boys,
5 pints.
I ran straight to my hotel room. I phoned my wife and I told on you.
They're drinking. They're not supposed to be.
They're in a pub. They're in a pub. They're drinking, and she was like, "It's okay." And I was like, "They're in a pub together, having a beer."
It was weird. The law, obviously, the laws are different in England. To Wales.
It was strange. I'm just gonna say that for sure. But it was even that, man. I mean, when it's stripped away from you boys for months, even that, just looking through that window, and normally in a different world or a different person, I'd be in the fucking pub with you. Do you know what I mean? That's why it was just that anxiety. Like I said, that was the first night we got there, actually, when we got settled in, which was the most bizarre night in a hotel when you lay on a bed. I don't know what you guys did, but when I laid on the bed, I almost it was like apprehension, like to lay down. Whoa. And then you do the whole, should I have brought my own bed in? Should I have brought my own bed in? I fucking didn't know what to do. Like
A sheet of polythene, to put over the bed.
Bizarre, man. We've gone all over the place. I've traveled all over the world, and you don't even think like that. But in that climate, especially when everybody was in separate rooms, you know what I mean?
Bring Kev's comment up. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Shots.
We did have a shot or two.
Careful.
But even the the before we go on stage, obviously we got our own routine and stuff, and we do the pre-gig selfie. We were doing the pre-gig selfie and sticking up on social media, and there was so much love for it. It was like, wow, we're back doing it. And normally we go and have a sneaky peek to see how many people are out in the room before we go on stage. Obviously there was no one there, but I was constantly checking social media and the love and how many people loved the comments and were there with us, ready and waiting on the TV. I saw some comments there in the Crow family just saying we had barriers out, we were there with our drinks, and it was insane. It felt like a distant gig because obviously there's no crowd there, but it was still, the intimacy was still there, the connection was still there because everyone was ready to tune in and watch.
I would expect nothing less from the Crow family.
Absolutely, bud. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Should we show them that track or?
Yeah, we were fortunate. I was just going to say then, and segue of there was a glitch. There was 3 bands playing us: Stonebroken, Massive Wagons, and Shane did a whole. This one goes out for Steelhouse, and we didn't realize we're still going through the motions, and we don't realize it's pitch black. It's like War of the Worlds, as I said before, little red lights. But it's gone. The live stream is gone. So there's a whole song that obviously got put on YouTube, which was Blink of an Eye. But we have something else for you tonight. We have Say It, the acoustic version taken from Planet Rocks, Rocks the Asylum.
Exclusive.
We're going to try something a little different now. I don't think we've done this before. It's an acoustic version of a song off our first album. It's called Say It. To my face, and do you really want to start a war? Say it to my face. Tell me what you're
my face. Do you really want to start a war? Say it to my face. What the hell you waiting for? Say it to my face. You really want to play this game with me? Say it to my face. What the hell you waiting for? Not gonna take it no more. Say it to my face.
Tune.
Ooh, yeah.
Congrats.
boys.
Who would have thought when that song was written that it would have been an acoustic
Number.
staple of ours, you know?
Love that. Should we have a bit of this?
What's the next lyric? It's lyric time. Tell me the lyric. Give me the lyric. What's the next lyric? It's lyric time. What's the next line? What's the next line? What's the next line?
Here we go. What's the next line? The lyric is head is spinning. Head is spinning. What's the next line? Go.
Ooh. What's the present?
What would we win, Ronnie, if you get this line right?
If you get this line right, what would you win? Oh. Ta-da! That's right. That's right. The rain has gone away and the sun is shining bright. Perfect. Your
There
very
you go.
own
You will be
shining.
you will be the first to own a pair of those damn Crow sunglasses. God damn it.
Dude, you'd be like Shiner then, wouldn't you? Good God.
Yeah. Yeah. Blind as a bucket bat.
There they are. There
You
they
have
are.
to turn the lights on. Hang on.
Oh, Shiner.
Look at that.
I have to do that so I can see the buttons, innit? Like, you know?
Fumbling around in the fucking.
You want to wear these
Yeah.
behind the wheel? You drive everywhere.
Hey, they work. They work.
So all jokes aside, yes, we have our own sunglasses. Summer is coming. Why not? And you could win a pair too. What is the lyric again, Greenall?
The lyric is head is spinning. Head is spinning. What's the next line?
And the winner will receive one of them. Lovely pair of. Hang on. I just realised everything's loaded a little bit different. It's live, guys. It's live.
And speaking of live, you can get your very own pair if you want to by heading over to. It's gone. Where's that link gone? There it is.
There it is.
thosedamncrows.bigcartel.com.
You can get your own pair.
All available on our website. You can go there all in one place, www.thosedamncrows.com. But while Shane is looking for the winner of the pair of sunglasses, shall we see what's on this week's?
The best music all day long. Crow Radio. Available now via Those Damn Crows Spotify page. Don't forget to click the green heart.
Yes, everyone. Crow Radio this week is past guests. Okay, so all our guests for the last 52 weeks we have compiled into a playlist, which I don't mind saying is fucking brilliant.
Love it. I haven't
So
seen it.
we start with Here I Go Again, White Snake. That is Bernie Marsden. Your
Correct.
Betrayal, Bullet for My Valentine, Michael Paget.
Correct.
Last one out, Turn Off the Lights, Thunder, Danny Bowers.
And our friend.
Yeah.
A good
When
friend.
Life is Hard. I'm trying to read these with sunglasses on. Let me take them off.
Yeah,
When Life Was Hard and Fast by our good friend Ricky Warwick.
Exactly.
Even Up the Score, Wayward Sons, our good friend Toby Jepson.
Yes.
Bang in Your Stereo, Massive Wagons.
Good friends.
Good friends. Friends. Into Oblivion. Funeral for a Friend. Not such good friends, but we'll put them in anyway. Joking. Ignite by our good friend Chris Barras. Song and a Prayer by our good friends The Dead Daisies, which incorporates Marco Mendoza and
Aldridge.
Yeah, he's supposed to answer that for me. Yeah.
Oh, there we are.
Dislocated, The Wild Hearts.
Good game. That's a cracking tune, that song.
Freak Show, Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons.
Love
Slow
that one.
Train, Buck and Evans.
Tune.
Wearing Scars by Wearing Scars.
That is
Class.
a tune.
Tear Me Apart, Kill the Lights.
Yes.
Rainbow
Tune,
Child,
man.
The Dan Reed Network.
Oh,
Too Much, Too Young, Little Angels.
What?
Weak by Skunk and Nancy.
Yes.
War Within Me, Blaze Bailey. Brick by Brick, Junior. Hey Delia, Blackberry Smoke, which is their brand new song that's just come out, so check that out.
Two.
Hear Me, Wolfjaw, Pierre Point, Florence Black, Against the Wall, Mason Hill, Wake Up Scam,
yes,
Jimmy Two Times, The Dust Coder, and that is our playlist.
Now
of all our guests.
That song "Weak" should be weak in brackets, like David's bladder. Close bracket.
I like my willpower as well.
Sunglasses back on.
Yeah, that's a great playlist. That is.
Go to Spotify, click the little green heart, share it with your mates. If you want to keep the playlist, press the little downwards facing arrow to download it. And enjoy it, please.
Yeah.
Or you
done
dead.
well, Dave. Done well.
Oh, you did.
You didn't do bad. You did good. You did good.
Well, fill you in.
No, it's a cracking playlist. I mean, I don't know if anybody saved last week's playlist, but I had a couple of lovely walks listening to that Southern Rock playlist. It is saved. I now know how to do it. I had the tutorial off my family because I wasn't savvy with the Spotify. But yeah, I get it now. It's all saved just in case I want to go for another walk. And you can do exactly the same with this one, can't you, Dave?
Yeah, download it if you want to. If you like it, download it, and you can keep it forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
Amen.
Yeah, man. I was waiting for it.
Oh, have we got a winner for God's sake, Reno?
Well, yeah, the problem is, right, here's the thing, right? We've been going 52 weeks now. I don't know if you know, right? But we've been going 52 weeks now, which means there's a lot of people who have won prizes. I'm trying to be fair, but the truth is, a lot of people are getting it, and they've already won before. And we're trying to pick one that haven't won before. Do you know what I mean? Then it becomes difficult.
I would just say first one out. Just go for it. Don't matter.
First one out. Okay.
First one out, whether they won one time, 10 times.
So the lyric is this. The lyric is, head is spinning, and the line that follows is, as she's going down.
Oof. Cheeky.
And the first winner, the first person that said it was Claire Kidd. Congratulations, Claire. Hey! You got yourself a pair of sunglasses.
You have a pair of them. You have they look
slick. You can walk around looking like Elwood Blues.
I love them. Look at that.
I'm doing Stevie Wonder, yeah?
Come on.
Stephen Wonder.
Stephen Wonder.
Stephen Wonder, boy.
Stefan Wonder from Sweden.
Isn't he lovely?
Both incredible musicians. Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles. Oh my God. Don't get me started on Ray Charles. Unbelievable.
It's fantastic. But shall we have some more best bits of CrowCast?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, please.
I mean, the Babes. I mean, the story of the Babes is heartbreaking because they came at just the time of when the teenager was arriving. You know, disposable income, rock and roll, and the way they looked, and their hair and their V, and so the country, especially Britain, really got behind these kids really playing beautiful football, and then to die in a plane crash. It's heartbreaking. Do you know what I mean? And you don't realize it because we're all, we're all aware of the Munich Air disaster, but it's something in the past.
But when I was able to sort of like really look into it, how much the country loved these young boys and the way they played and the spirit in which they played, and then the footage, they were all smiling and they'd score a goal and one of them would kick it off and they were mates. And you just think, wow, Duncan Edwards, was arguably going to be the greatest English player ever. Bobby Charlton was on the plane and all those things. And you go, you understand there, And then Busby survives it and is in has an horrendous sort of, physical sort of smash in the plane, comes back and builds another team that has Georgie Best in it and wins the European Cup 10 years later. I mean, if you wrote that in a script, people would go, oh, you're pushing it a bit, pal. That he wins the European Cup 10 minutes, what I mean? Yeah. But he did that. Extraordinary man, really, to come back, and the moral courage he must have had to build that back up again. And then you start seeing, instead of like people sometimes dismissing the Manchester Uniteds and the Liverpools and these clubs and going, oh, Man United. Well, there's a reason why Man United are supported the way they are and loved the way they are. And this goes back to these things that happen and these stories and the way this man came back and then the way he tried to play football and the way he won a European Cup again. That's the reason why they're one of the biggest football clubs, if not the biggest football club in the world. Same with Liverpool. There's a reason why people support Liverpool all over the world because, the Kop and Shankly and the way they played in the European Cups, it just means that people are attracted to that. That's just the way it is, and that's what the film, I tried to do in the film really, is try to say, well, there's a reason why these football clubs are what they are. It's because of these men and the personalities they left in the clubs.
You put it beautifully yesterday in the text and stuff and the voice message. But that one, there's another song, you Road and Toad. Was it Road and Toad? I tell you what.
Well, that was because there was I think I was a bit younger, and I just thought it would be hilarious to rhyme road and toad, and so it went something like, I was walking down the street when who should I meet? You. I was walking down the road, I saw a toad like you. Why did you want to hurt me? Why did you want to go far away? You could have stayed. Why? Why would you stay? Why would you stay with that person?
Hello, this is a special message for all the boys involved on the CrowCast. 1 year old today, or 1 year old. I just wanted to wish you all a very happy birthday. Here's to lots more. It's one of the most enjoyable podcasts I've ever done. It's been fantastically successful. Well done. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Good luck, boys. Pembloed hapus, is that right? Pembloed hapus? Anyway, happy birthday.
I started off as an athlete, and then certainly once I'd established myself as like one of the best 800-meter runners in the world, I think that was when you just needed another edge. And that was when I was like, you know what? I'll hold my hands up. I'll be perfectly honest. I don't think I've got what it takes to not go further, but just play at this game for longer. So that's one of the reasons why I left.
So what age did you leave, bro?
24, like, so I was super young. Yeah. I think, it was the year after I got the final of the World Champs, the year after I'd broken the West. It is loads of regrets, but I didn't realize. Like, I think regrets is weird. Like, just because Robbie Williams wrote a song about it doesn't mean you can easily identify it. Regrets, they can just hide it. Like, do you know what I mean? They can.
Oh, Crows. Happy birthday. All right.
Oh, man. Absolutely awesome. Awesome. An MB, phenomenal actress, incredible director, actor, sports broadcaster, and then Olympian. CrowCast, baby.
And they're all Welsh as well. So it's incredible, man. It's absolutely incredible. So the first group of guests were from Planet Rock. The second were Welsh successful artists and athletes in their own right. And boys, incredible. All those three there, incredible stories, incredible talent.
Yeah, I urge anyone who haven't seen any of those episodes, all of them deliver a completely. There's Jimmy Watkins!
Limford boy! Tactical fringe boy!
Limford!
Do you know what? I don't put my Limford in, but for anyone who didn't see the episode, just if you listen to just that soundbite, you're a bit like, oh, I don't know if it'll come across right. Is it wrong? Is it wrong?
You know, off that cliff by there, he was talking about Robbie Williams and all that. He was full of those little, like we talk about one-liner shiner. He was full of them, wasn't he? And he just kept coming up with them because he says I'm so deadpan. But the Linford Christie comment that just floored me at it, literally. Apparently, he's a big one. So
all three of them were phenomenal. I mean, you got Johnny Owens. What a great guy! Somebody yet again's kept in touch with the band. Phenomenal to take time out of. There was actually a story as well. He was going to try and get Vicky. Him and Vicky to do a CrowCast birthday, but the schedules didn't marry up because if anybody didn't know, Vicky's doing the line of duty. So I'm sure we'll speak to her down the line. Pardon the pun. But yeah, fantastic for him to take his time out, give us that birthday mention. He always bangs on about us as well online and stuff. So he really did enjoy the CrowCast episode. And then obviously we've got Ruth. Beautiful Ruth, someone that we wanted on the show for a long time. Someone who was asked to come on the show for a long time by the Crow family, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you'd expect the rock and the music world, but Ruth was asked quite a lot, like, you know.
Yeah, someone's comment but there now just said Ruth Jones A-list, and you know, her ego was anything but, and I've said this before and other things, like she's a local girl, but she's still a local girl in the heart. Do you know what I mean? Regardless of her success and it was so great talking to her. And like you said, Ron, like another person that keeps in touch and you know texts and stuff. And so yeah, it's incredible what the CrowCast gets. Absolutely incredible.
It is, and if you listen to the Ruth episode as well, I want to emphasize on the fact of we didn't go to the obvious. She's done many interviews in the past. We didn't want to go to the obvious, which was the Gavin and Stacey. It was just more about Ruth Jones, somebody who is now a friend of the Crows, who wants to come and watch our band, which is brilliant. And we're looking forward to catching Ruth and getting her backstage so she can come and see the band and watch one of the Crow shows, and hopefully she enjoys it as much as the album because she loves the album. So yet again, I think we've made a friend for life by there, Shane. Brilliant. And then moving on to Mr. Jimmy. He was just a complete surprise out there, one-liner. But he did make us a promise, which he kept. Which was phenomenal, really. We said to him, why haven't you reviewed our album? And he said, when I'm finished this, I'm going to run to your album. And in all fairness, he did. It was a blinding review. One of the best, because we've all seen reviews over the years, whether they're magazines or radio reviews and stuff like that. But Running Punks have really done something completely different. And what Jimmy does is brill. A lot of bands. Have you seen like the waves he's causing on social media?
Oh, mate. If there's one thing I've learned about Jimmy Watkins is when he says he's going to do something, he's going to bloody do it.
Yeah.
You know, like that radio thing he got going on at the moment. Man, incredible. Hats off, man.
Yeah. He's taken something unique, but he's done it really well. So that's just like, we can't say him more than that.
Just hats off, man. And the guy's a comedian in the best kind, you know. I love him.
Oh, it's brilliant, man. I mean, if I ask him to send over a video or something like that, we end up having a video conversation, like a rap battle, but it's like a comedy battle. Who can say the most silly things in a conversation, but such great fun. Picks your day up. He's so full of energy, boy. So full of beans. Very motivating and inspiring. Like I said, great review. I think everybody wants him to review their album at the moment. He is hot. Did any of you all seen the reviews? Yeah. Well, just in case any of you haven't seen the running review by Mr. Jimmy Watkins, should we have a look now, guys?
Yes,
let's do.
It's CrowCast. Why not? Nah, something different. This is Jimmy Watkins reviewing Point of No Return.
Please remember that I am a very serious athlete, and what you're about to see is a very serious demonstration of how to run. What an absolutely beautiful morning. If this morning was a bed and breakfast, I would give it 10 out of 10 on TripAdvisor. We are here right now to run to Point of No Return by those damn Crows. I was lucky enough to be on their podcast a few weeks ago, so I'm going to go for a run, listen to the album. I believe it got to number 14. in the charts, which is amazing. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nervous this morning. Okay, and the watch is on, the music's on, and we're off, come on! We had this guitar on the right here, bluesy, dirty, oily, and then it all just comes in with the drums, and we're off to a good start, and that voice comes in, what a voice! And this chorus just rolls out like a brand new, spanking clean fire engine. We've got some serious groove going on here. I'm heading straight towards the sunlight. It seems to be talking about small town life in the valleys, I don't know, but the verses with that chunky pounding rhythm gives the idea of being trapped. First song, we had a lack of sunlight. Second song, we're talking about burning it to the ground. It's about bringing your own passion, your own fire. That's what you need to do to bring about change. We are running real fast this morning. I can't get enough of stuff like this where it's really chuggy and restrained, and it just opens up, and then we got another chorus. Come on, I'm feeling really festive for some reason. Suffocation mixed with the sense of escape, the sense of adventure. That's what these songs are about. That's what this music is about. Oh, let me tell you now, I am feeling free this morning. Oh, that switching drums at the end. Come on, Ronnie, power me up this hill, come on. That song which talks about burning it to the ground ends with a fade out and piano. It's like looking through a window, seeing the fire crew put the fire out. Oh, this third song, right, it feels like the moment in a superhero film where an ordinary person discovers they have superpowers. I feel like this is a moment we escape. Whoa! These choruses are as exciting as when you work out the meal deal in Co-op includes an innocent smoothie. That's ridiculous value for money. I can't hear the music. Feel is good. That warms me up. It's like having a hot water bottle on my belly. This album feels like you've got really classic, almost like acoustic singer-songwriter material, and then it's just buffeted, supported by these massive riffs, this amazing drumming. It all looks like a puzzle that's been slotted together. These songs apply the pressure at the right time. It's like you've got a really exciting rock and roll wound and the blood is gushing out, but it's exciting. Remember, I am a very serious runner, you know. Yes, this is a moment where you escape a one-way ticket, a one-way ride, and just on an album full of uplifting choruses, the most uplifting yet. I could run across that water, I swear. Don't tell me who I am. That's the moment. That's what this album's all about. That whole passage was perfect. You had this amazing, just joyful solo, and then these hard-hitting vocals, and then just flowed seamlessly into another chorus. We are on a mission here. Let's catch our breath. We got a slower piano number here. This is ridiculous. This is a band from Bridgend. It sounds like they could fill a stadium now. It's so adventurous, and it's such craft and hard work in these songs. Honestly, it's phenomenal. It is phenomenal. In 1997, when I bought my first album, it was Everything Must Go by the Manics, and my dad listened to it and he said, that's the thing about Welsh bands, Jim. There seems to be a graft in there, real hard work in the playing, the songwriting. It's like we were in the mines and we just came out of the darkness with guitars and drums and bass, and we learned to sing, and we shook the world with our rock and roll. This album for me is working like a eulogy. You know, when you celebrate somebody's life, and to do that you have to come to terms with the fact that something has died. It could be a time in your life, it could be a place you live, but you've got to accept that place is gone for good and move on. I feel like the point of no return is like that. It's about acknowledging where you're from and then just accepting that that way of life is dead to you and moving on and celebrating life anew. And this song follows perfectly from that slower number. It's called Send the Reaper, and it's in time with my thinking. You have to acknowledge and accept that something has gone before you can move on, and this is so badass. Yeah, Send the Reaper. This is brilliant though. Like, between this album and the Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons album, it's two Welsh bands that make me want to pick up the guitar again. They make me want to think about the way I play guitar. They make me want to be more adventurous with my playing and my songwriting, and that's just incredible for something that comes from your doorstep. Another great riff. Years ago I had a job and I was a body double for John Hannah in a movie. That's a true story. I did nothing for 4 weeks until I filmed a scene in a fake airport, and I worked out the carousel for the bags didn't work, so I had to climb inside this machine and move all the bags on my own. This album reminds me of that. It reminds me of the moment where you think to yourself, this is bullshit, I'm gonna make my own history, I'm gonna go out and make something of myself. Fuck being John Hannah's body double. Let's rock out. Now, tempo wise, it's perfect for a fast run. I love John Hannah, but why the hell would I want to be his body double? Oh, fuck you.
Rock on those damn crows.
Yeah, there's a runner behind me. There's a runner catching me. Come on, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Say yes to the things that scare you most. Just go for a run. Just do it. Chuck a cotton t-shirt on and run like a punk. Like a South Wales audio slave, A470 slave. Just when you think the sense of hope on this album can't get any bigger, they're now talking about being the kings of second chances. So don't worry, if you feel like you let that golden opportunity slip you by, you get a second chance. This band talk about not being scared to fail, and that's such an infectious message. Let's jump this river. See, I wasn't scared to jump that. The vocals on here, they're gravelly, they're down below you, they're beneath your feet, and then the next minute they're shooting above you like a rocket. They become heavenly, they soar, they're clear, they're thin, they're pure. Oh, they're just amazing. You pick up on this real sense of unity within the band in the way the songs go from moments where it sounds like classic singer-songwriter stuff on an acoustic guitar, and then it's just elements of hard rock come in, bits of metal. It's just phenomenal how seamlessly the music switches gears like that, and that to me shows that this is a real team. They're all pushing and striving for the same bit of success, the same bit of expression. The person at the end of this album is so much stronger and confident than that doubtful person at the start, living in a valley where the sun doesn't shine. And now he is just giving off light. He's like a rock and roll superhero. These Welsh bands are getting me so fit. Ratio! Yeah! Just over 10 kilometers in 44 minutes. A real amazing, fascinating, energetic album, full of hope, full of the belief that you can take those second chances. It's also about realizing that something can be dead to you. It could be a way of life, could be a way you were, that is dead to you. Move on, be greater, be better. And a song about patience, about biding your time. Not a song, an album, sorry. They just had so much stuff in it. It was just absolutely brilliant. I love running to that. I'm feeling good. What a lovely morning. Christmas is just around the corner, and I beat somebody on a mobility scooter, so you know what, my fitness is better than batteries and wires. Anyway, have a great day, have a great weekend, see you soon.
Absolute class, Mr. Jimmy Watkins. What a legend. What a legend. And you're right, Ron, that's one of the best reviews we've ever had.
It is
really
one of the best reviews. And I was going to say that through his like comedic sort of ways, he's very intelligent and
he is
very
intelligent,
deep, and he's got a really really thoughtful way of thinking about music as opposed to like a surface level thing. He kind of summed the album up for me in so many ways, you know.
There's so many reviews we've had of both albums through the time we've been together where and we've said like the lazy reviews, they don't really go into the depth. There's no, Jimmy was really poignant, he was funny, but there was real poignant parts, like he totally got it. There was moments where it made my heart swell because when writing or doing anything, he got it. And you know, everyone takes whatever they want out of an album. Of course, it's theirs. The minute you make it, it's somebody else's, and how they interpret it matters. But when someone then connects with it in the same manner that you wrote it, that's like boom. That makes you feel 10 foot tall. Jimmy, legend, incredible review, and you know, not just our album. Go and check his other reviews out. They are class.
Yes.
Very poignant.
Fair play.
I agree. And if you look in the comments, we're going to get some links in there to Running Punks. For anybody who wants, like I said, Jimmy, we were talking about this the other day, myself and Jimmy, because he's seen that we're doing the Crow Fitness and everything. And it is something that we wanted to kind of help the Crow family. But Jimmy will really take you to that next level. Looking at what he does with his community is incredible. We talked about it during the interview. Some of the people he's got from running, whether it be 5 seconds to 5 minutes to 20 minutes. Do you know what I mean? It's really incredible. There it is. All the links are there, www.runningpunks.com. And like I said, please go over there, support, buy the merch, join the community. They will help you as well. And talking about community and Crow Fitness, let's see what Annie Schwarzenegger, sorry. She's come back with some stats while we're on the fitness thing, boys, of what everybody has been doing, all the Crow family who have been moving more. And they've been doing the Crow Fitness World Tour because we can't get out on the road. Everybody's been doing their bit and adding it on Strava and seeing how fast we can get around the world. So this week's Crow Fitness World Tour around the world stats for you. In our second week, we added another 1,588 miles to the total, getting us 14% around the equator, as the crow flies. To put that into context, we have got from Bridgend to Marrakesh last week. This week, we have carried on along the North African coast and made it to... That is an old review. I apologize. I thought that was seeming a bit familiar. Start again. That was last week's. I apologize. It's live TV. So that was last week's stat. Anyway, it was the Star Wars vibe. Whatever. The stats this week is the biggest ever measured week, boys. Can I have a ooh? Ooh. Thank you very much. Biggest ever measured week with 2,090 miles logged.
Wow.
Oh. We start where we left off in Tunisia last week. Of course, I just recapped that for free. And that's given us a little mini Crow Fitness European tour, hitting Rome, Munich, Brussels, and Amsterdam. We're almost a quarter of a way around the equator in our quest to go around the world. And that's nearly 50 total days accumulated activity time. 4 guesses have now dropped out in the competition.
Wow.
Yeah, see?
Well done, everyone.
Ooh, that's incredible. It's incredible, though.
Fair play to everybody. Great work, everyone. Keep it going.
Well, after the Jimmy running review and that stat, I'm feeling a bit knackered and I could do with some music. How about you, boys?
I need to fill up, so yes.
Everybody need to fill up. Well, how about, seeing as Jimmy mentioned another band, can anybody remember the band that he mentioned?
Phil Campbell and those Bastard Sons.
Exactly, Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons. We had Dane, we had Tyler on the CrowCast, and here they are with a lockdown video for you. Son of a gun!
Close your eyes and play pretend none of this is true.
Oh, slamming.
Two.
Slamming.
Oh, fucking rock and roll. Love it.
There's 2 banging tracks we've had on here now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Black
Yeah,
Spiders
fair play.
and Phil Campbell and Bastard Sons. That was a killer track. I love it.
Fair play. Dude, I tell you what, before we move on, I've seen a comment come up about 10 minutes ago from Jacqueline Allison Skinner. Happy birthday, love.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hey.
Yeah, Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons, absolutely blinding track. Yet again, like I said, you can go www.thosedamncrows.com, hit the CrowCast bar, the option, the tab, whatever the cool kids call it these days, and you can go through all the thumbnails and you can check out all the episodes. Great episode with Dane and with Tyler. We were on about like cheese tasting and beers and life in their camp at the moment. Just brilliant, absolutely brilliant interview. Great guys, Welsh yet again, and that was ass kicking fucking rock and roll, motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely love that.
Yeah, man. I'll drink to that.
That's my review. It might not be a running one, but it's a sitting down.
Sitting down review.
Sitting down. Two.
Drinking review.
Drinking review.
Fucking hell.
Oh, sorry, hang on.
You'll know this old world is a great world after all. Smile, smile, yeah, smile.
I'm not going to lie, it's my favourite.
Of course it fucking is. Thank
class.
you. I'm glad I got
That was brilliant.
Full screen, Chief.
Is everyone feeling happy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's our birthday.
Good. Because you cannot say happiness without saying penis.
Happiness.
Happiness. Happiness. Happiness.
Happiness. Happiness.
Happiness.
Oh man,
Happiness.
I tried to throw
Happiness.
that then.
Happiness.
Happiness.
Show me your happiness.
Happiness. Happiness.
I'm feeling happiness.
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 Happiness. Happiness.
Happiness.
Happiness. Happiness. Happiness.
You'll never say that word the same again.
Italian happiness.
There we are.
Saying penis. You say happiness, I say penis.
These images, man, where are they coming from?
Oh man, that's brilliant. Because it's our birthday. Do you
Hold
want
on a minute. Hold on a minute.
Hang on now, Chief.
What's going on? Oh, what's going on?
Dave, that's proper rubbish, Mike Ashcroft.
But he's right, did he?
You know where you live, son, because I fucking fill you in.
Yeah, he is. He's warming up nicely, ladies and gentlemen. He's warming up nicely.
It is.
It's David Winchurch. I'll tell you his address. You can all go and fill him in.
Davey Two Cans is kicking in.
Do you want another one?
Come on,
Quickly
then.
on here.
Give him a bunch of fives, Dave.
Fuck it.
Oh,
There is enough sperm in a single male to impregnate the whole female population. May my facts gush forth.
Not in one go, though, is it?
Don't give it a go, though.
So,
You were sleeping in the spare room tonight, Dave?
Sorry?
You were sleeping in the spare room tonight?
It's literally bollocks, that fact is.
Is it, though?
So that is that bollocks or a
There we are.
male? 2 weeks to impregnate every fertile woman on the planet. Not unless they watch Pornhub.
Oh, there's another fact for you quickly.
Oh,
There are
we
5 times as many porn sites as there are normal sites. 5 times.
Say that again.
There are 5 times as many porn sites as there are just normal sites. Ipso facto.
Wait,
And I
all
visited
those
them
facts.
all.
What the fuck? Well, with all those facts for there, you could tell what weekend Dave was at. He's had a dirty weekend, haven't he? He's all about
Dave, my advice to you would be turn the camera off, go into the next room, and come back.
So
in 10 minutes.
penis, impregnation, and porn. That was my weekend.
Doing some research, Dave. That's what you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at this. We got proper stats tonight. Go on, read them out.
62% of young Brits watched porn in the last month. 55%. What's happened to this show? 55% of young
Turning the
Brits
fucking Eurotrash.
Sex in porn is depicted. How do you say that?
Depicted
as loving and consensual. 51% of young Brits think porn focuses on male pleasure. 45% of young Brits say porn has been their main source of sex education. 71% of young Brits say porn has given them ideas to try out in the bedroom. But how many percentage of people know that happiness is penis in happiness? How many know that? A lot more tonight.
Yeah, the Italian happiness, isn't it? Happiness.
Outstanding, but it's no whale fart, but you've done well tonight.
Yeah.
3 for 1 you had there, boys. 3 for 1.
3 for 1. Happy
3
birthday,
to 1.
Ash.
3 to 1.
1. 3 to 1. 3 for 1.
Look, it's Ted Rogers.
Moving on.
Switching gears. Should we have some more best bits?
Yes.
Yes, let's have some more best bits.
I think someone from Maiden's son's band was playing down there, I think was what it was, and they were perhaps on before us, and he watched us and he really liked us, and he had a word with Craig Jennings, and it was working there. So you need to go and see these boys and sign them up, and then we were in the middle of we were recording with Colin then the first album, Casually Dressed, and we had just finished it and had mixes, and Rod gave it to Steve Harris. And I really liked it. And he's like, and it was. But I remember this because it was on my birthday, and we went. They used in the management office. They had a bar there, and I went there, and Nico McBrain was like, "Oh, happy birthday, son! Welcome to the family," and all this and that. Nico, he got his red wine, and
nice.
after he went, then Rod came up and said, "Oh, the boys are wondering if you fancy going on tour with them." I was like,
"Oh man, what an offer that is, isn't it? What an offer that is."
But no, they're absolutely brilliant. Though they were so good to us. I mean, first night of tour, we played this sort of arena in Germany, and after the show, then they were like, "Oh," Rod was like, "Right, come for dinner. Do you want to come for dinner, supper with the boys?" I'm like, yeah. So they basically closed down this whole, I think it was like an Italian restaurant, and it was completely closed. And it was just us on one side of the table, and I and Maiden on the other side of the table, just sort of
saying nothing.
They're not worthy. Riot was a bit nuts. Took me a while to get it, but you got to really whack the bar. Army of Noise is cool. It's like it's simple stuff, but it's quick, and then. Yeah, Riot's mad. That's hard to get.
And we didn't know at the time that their frontman, Lance Lopez, had left the band. He had some problems. He had issues with substances and other stuff. There was just stuff going on. It just wasn't working out. And he had his solo career that was just starting to take off, and he was doing really well. So he chose to go down that route. He left the band. No one knew, like, word hadn't got out. They had a couple of guys. It was between 2 people who they were going to have. And then they saw some videos of me to choose the support band. And then once the word got around that Lance had left, my label would then like, well, look at this guy. And they watched the videos, and we got off the job. We had a phone call. I went out to LA. It was about a week, and jammed. Got to meet Billy. I landed in LA, and Fab, who runs the band, he's like the producer and the bass player and everything. He runs the whole thing. He works so fucking hard. It's a hard band to organize when you've got like big celebs involved, you know, like people of that kind of level, like Billy Gibbons level. It's a different world. It's not how we deal with things. Billy himself is like amazing, and you know, but it's just like the way things have to be done and dealt with when you're dealing with a superstar. It's very different. You know, you don't just ring up Billy and go, "Hey, Bill, can you do this gig?" And he doesn't know. You know, he's got a big old fucking team that you know sorts stuff out. Anyway, so he picks me up and he said, "Oh, Billy's asked if you want to come by his house." He's like, "But if you're too tired from the journey, it's fine." I'm like, obviously, I was fucking knackered. I just got off a 11-hour flight or whatever, 12-hour flight, whatever it was. And I was like, no, that'll be right. Yeah. So we go up to, he lives like just on like Beverly Hills, like West Hollywood. Like, there's like one road that divides them. He lives up there. And we went up to his house, and then we went out to a Mexican restaurant. We were doing tequila shots, and we had a good chat. And yeah, it was cool. It was amazing. It was a real like. I mean, I look back now, it all seems like it's a fucking dream, to be honest. Like,
people are dying to come out and see live gigs. You know, you've only got to look for 5 minutes on any given day. You know, I mean, all over the net, everybody's just crying out for places to go and see bands play. You know, there's nothing like that experience. You know, there's a shared excitement. You know, the connection that takes place between an audience and a band. And we're all missing it. You know, fans and bands. So, you know, we need to get out there as soon as it's humanly possible to do it. And I think as soon as they give everybody the green light, you know, everybody's going to be out like dogs out of traps. They're going to be running towards those venues, you know, trying to put those shows back on. So, and we're no different. So, the moment we get the nod, you know, we'll be letting everybody know.
That's a lovely collection, but there.
It really is, man. It really is. Like, again, people are seeing in the comments, people didn't know the history of Chris Barras, the fighting sort of thing, and what he's done aside from his own sort of creative creation, his own band. Incredible, like absolutely incredible. Danny Bowes, that's the one episode on CrowCast where, you know, we've said this before, his microphone wasn't, he had so many amazing stories, and his microphone kept going on the glitch, always the internet connection. But like we've said before, we'll get him on again. But yeah, incredible guest, boys. I love it. I'm loving this. It's like this is your life, isn't it? It's like Michael Aspel. Going down memory lane, man. Memory lane.
Just jumping in, exactly what you said there, Shane. Danny Bowes. Oh, it's frustrating when we were editing this together. It was like trying to get a clip that didn't freeze or have like those, you know, those popping audio clips that we've learned throughout this process, which is different technology, and we do it all completely different now. I mean, that's another thing we've learned after doing it for 52 weeks is checking bloody mics and cameras and internet connections, and it's incredible, like, you know, because you don't want to miss that quality. I mean, yet again, I thank Danny Bowes for coming on and sharing stories with us, and yeah, something we'll hopefully revisit with him. New album out now as well, which is doing absolutely immensely great. And some of the songs on there are just class.
It's a good album.
Really cool.
Album. Very
and then
good album.
Similar vibes then, as you said, like with Chris Barras. I love that whole vibe with the women, backing singers. It's got that bluesy kind of gospel-y kind of the Commitments vibe, like, you know. So really works well. And then obviously Mr. Ryan Richards, early episode, Funeral for a Friend drummer, Future History Management. We know them very well now.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, right. Sean Corn.
Yeah, well, actually, there's been a bit of a rumbling tonight in the chat room. We were just talking backstage, and obviously Heather has just pointed out, is that the Quizmaster? Then someone said, that is the voice of Sean Corn. Don't be silly, Sean Corn. That's Father Christmas, man.
Exactly.
One for you.
Had Roy Walker, Sean Corn, There's no Ryan Richards doing that. We got only caliber quizmasters we get.
Gerwin, come on.
It was $60 grand an episode to get Ryan Richards on.
Gerwin Forsyth.
Yeah.
How dare you say they all have the same voice? That's unbelievable.
Ryan, you need to work on your voices. Ryan.
Oh, brilliant, man. Brilliant. No, amazing stories from Ryan Richards. Brilliant. Oh,
who's
this? Give us a 1-2.
Sean. The all seeing eye in the background.
1 2 1 2. Hello.
Do we get a happy birthday CrowCast of Sean Corn?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear CrowCast. Happy birthday to you.
Hip, hip.
Oh my God.
Come on. If we can have Roy Walker sing happy birthday, that'd be great.
And, happy birthday to you.
I like it.
Well then, boys. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Sean, Gerwin, Sean,
Santa.
Ryan.
Say what you see, Roy. Say what you see.
Man with many names. Fair play. Outstanding.
Patience of a saint, that bloke, tell you.
Yeah, and fair play. Well, well done to the Crow family as well. Bloody hell, like, do you know what I mean? They were on that, weren't they?
Yeah,
he was rumbled. He was rumbled. There's Padge.
Let's have that message, man.
Come on, Padge.
How are you, brother? Congrats on the CrowCast, boys. I've loved watching what you have created and what you have all achieved with the show. Absolute legends. God bless you all. And God damn, I'm thirsty. I'll drink to that.
Oh, yes.
I hope you're doing good, Padge, man. Take it easy, bro.
Take care, brother.
Man.
Right then, to end this segment, Ron.
Yes, well, fantastic guests yet again. You got Padge, Bullet for My Valentine, phenomenal career as he just popped up there. So go and check out that episode. You had Ryan Richards, phenomenal career. Go and check that out. Danny Bowes, go and check it out. Chris Barras, and have we got some music, Shane?
We have from his first album, Lucky 13. This is Chris Barras performing Rock and Roll, Running Through My Veins video. Check it out. Mr. Chris Balas.
What up, Chris?
Great guitarist, absolutely brilliant guitarist. Love his guitar work.
Do you like
Brilliant.
these guitars as well?
What was that, Bed?
I like these guitars as well. Nice guitars.
What's he playing? What guitars were they?
I know, they look a bit like PRS guitars, but they're
Yeah,
not.
they do a bit.
Yeah. Baum maybe? Baum guitars? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Barris, but
Possibly, but a great
Tune.
guest.
Good tune.
Absolutely great guest. All of them were great guests. Amazing stories. And yet again, more live music. Should we have another happy birthday?
Oh, go on then. Who we got?
Oh, it's quite recent, but he's an absolute star.
Well, hello there. This is Charlie from Blackberry Smoke. I want to wish the CrowCast a huge, happy birthday. 1 year. 1 glorious year of the CrowCast. So, thank you to those damn crows for having me on just a few days ago. And thank you to the Crow family. And enjoy the birthday celebration. And take care of each other.
he makes me feel so chilled, man.
I'll drink to that, man.
I absolutely love that guy.
Yeah, he's so
I'm in love with that guy. He just makes you feel good, doesn't he? He's like, he's so calm and cool. Like you said,
Hey, come here, it'll be all right, you know? Just
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sit back, have a whiskey. Is all right.
Super
Come down to
talented.
Georgia,
So
man.
talented as well.
Come down.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
insane.
And that album is very special. It's a great album. I'm expecting. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of charting lately, which is brilliant. But I'm assuming that will just like wow. I'm assuming it will. Like it deserves it anyway. It's
It
an
is
amazing
an
album.
absolutely killer album.
Oh, it's incredible from top to bottom. Takes you on a journey. All the right feels. When you hear the story on the CrowCast, if you go to that episode, you'll hear how they cut it and how long it took them in a studio to put that together. And for myself, like I said, when I was out and about the other day, I was listening to that and I was just like, oh man, that's just like the musicianship. But yet, as he says throughout the episode, 20 years together as a band, not just 20 years in the industry. Anyone could be in the industry for 20 years, but 20 years as a band. That really tells on the record for me, like, you know, that even more now I know that's like, wow, do you know what I mean? You can just hear it. Everybody knows what everybody does. And it
Just
just sounds
the way
like,
that he described it as a continuation from the last record. And when you hear it, you really do get that. You feel it more than anything. You feel it. And like Shane said, just it does make you just want to dance.
It does.
Yeah,
It's got this
really does,
almost you know, when you take like, you know, because we're all musicians and we do this like for a living now, and you know what it takes, how much time, how much effort it is to put into an album. I needed this album. I said it to Charlie. I needed this album right now because it makes me not think about the music. That's how good it is, right? It's so good that you're not even thinking now as a musician. You're thinking as a music lover. It's evoking something inside you, and even like, you know, I'm quite a big guy. Like me moving around isn't the most natural thing in the world. But I was in the kitchen. I just couldn't help it, man. It was just like it made me feel good. And in a time when, you know, everything's scrutinized and it's down, it's shit, it's negative, that it just made me love music again. It's and it, you know, I got a lot of country influence back in the day with my old man and stuff, so that's probably helped. But incredible guy, incredible band, incredible album, and it's one of my favorite CrowCasts because he was just so calm and straight and lovely, just chatting to a really lovely human being, man.
I concur. I mean, yet again, we'll drop in the links. We'll drop the links in the comments shortly. To their website. You can pre-order their record now. It's out in May. I first discovered them. I remember like looking through Rock Palast videos on YouTube when we were announced to play Rock Palast. Yet again, through this mad COVID world, we managed to get out to Germany. to go and play Rockplast. And when you see some of the artists that have played that, Blackberry Smoke were one that I came across, and I was like, wow, what a performance, what a live band. And then there were obviously other performances then, whether it be Papa Roach or it's incredible how many people have graced that stage and played that show. Like, do you know what I mean? Seems like that was a lifetime ago, wasn't it, boys? It's,
Oh
you know,
man, I think that was the highlight of my year. It generally was. Absolutely. Just to get away with my brothers, do you know what I mean? Get away with my brothers, play some fucking rock and roll, and
didn't you feel it felt more of a holiday though, Lloyd, didn't it, rather than like a tour or
definitely. But I mean, at the end of the day, it was the whole build up for it. I mean, we have to go and have our tests done, and I mean, like even we were like 4 miles away from Gatwick Airport due to fly out, and I don't think not all of us have still had our results back. And then and it was literally like, we got to act on this as if it's happening anyway. And as it happened, we all come back negative. Dave, I'm negative. But oh man, it was just to fucking get away and escape. It just kind of felt special. Call me selfish, but every fucker was locked up and open. We managed to do it, man. Like, nothing stops the fucking Crows. I'm telling you.
It was
nothing stops the Crows.
It was the single best thing I did in 2020.
It's like that fucking first night we got the hotel. We had a few too many beers, and me and Dave were in the basement,
getting like
trying out the shoe polishing machine. Going, look at this, Dave.
2020, like the year of nothing. You know, I had like an amazing time with my brothers. You know, we were getting pissed up in a bar, chatting to strangers and stuff, and
showing them your certificate. I'm negative.
Out and like playing a show and riding on the scooters and seeing the scenery and like having a nice beer in a cafe and like just
China got lost.
I don't know, just doing just doing stuff that like wouldn't do it in a normal year, and you know,
But I think it was the fact of knowing that we escaped and we'd done this. That made him more special. Like, it did feel like a bit of a holiday.
Yeah.
Incredible, boys. I wouldn't have wished for another bunch of guys to do it.
There they are, boys. The scooters.
Fucking death traps.
Literally go back there just to do that.
He dies.
Look at Dave and Ronnie there, the stance on Dave and Ronnie. This like they do a photo shoot for scooters or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Mine's tilted to the side as well. Like, you know.
Oh man, good times, man.
Well, I tell you, we done some bloody miles on them scooters, didn't we?
Yes, but we did.
18 miles, yeah. I remember to the point, like, I think you had to swap, didn't you, Ron? Swap scooters. I know I did as well. That was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Cost us a fortune in the end.
I cannot wait for them scooters to come to the UK.
Honestly, right, the cost of those scooters probably cost more than the flights to get out to Germany.
Yeah, it was. They tricked us, didn't they? With like the cost was like, like €9.99 or something, and then after we'd finished, we all had emails saying, "Here's your bill for the scooter." It was
only the other day I actually deleted the app off my phone. It's like, I remember that.
Yeah.
The dot. That was it. Dot.
We were like that. Oh, cheeky little number.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was awesome. Absolutely awesome. I mean,
so anyway,
hey, we did run up a good bar tab as well, didn't we? Fair play.
Oh, yeah. Look, I spent a penny that weekend.
I know. Those Long Island, I'm still paying for them Long Island iced teas, Dave. Bastard.
Yeah, man, but great memories. Like I said, we got to play to over 100 people. It was a bit of a bizarre scenario. They couldn't sing along for anybody who've never seen the past episodes. Incredible, or yet again, to get over to Europe to play, to perform, the whole journey over there, the team behind us, that made it, well, just like you said, Lloyd, it's like, we will fucking do it. Like, do you know what I mean?
Man. Nothing stops the Crows.
Yeah, it was. We were up against it. The whole getting up to London, making sure everything came through, bang tidy. We're on a plane. Next thing you know, we're in Germany having a beer with the most fucking drunken driver.
Wasn't it? Incredible. Remember that story when we were in the bar drinking and he came in to get us to take us back towards the hotel? He went, right, guys, I need to go now because I can only have one more drink and then I cannot drive.
I was like, you've had about 4 fucking drinks already. 14, yeah.
Yeah, just kept bringing them over, wasn't it? Well, actually, it was one of these, look. Product placement, unless you're looking from Rock Class. It's not from there.
No. 9.
Cut that.
10. In case you're watching Harmony, everyone apart from me, I've got a glass, right?
Shut up, you traffic.
I mean, listen one.
I don't know. Fantastic times. Memories incredible. I mean, like I said, it was just brilliant, wasn't it, boys? With old Kev as well. Like, do you know what I mean? Yet again, because we were talking about I love that. Look at that.
Yes. There's the boys, man. There's the boys. Fucking good times, boys.
There's old Kev by there.
Love you, Kev.
Yeah, it's so brilliant that we've had those 2 experiences with Kev as well. You got Roxy Asylum and Rock Palace. Couldn't have thought of a better person to be with us, to advise us, to kind of keep, because it was bizarre, wasn't it? He was saying all the right things at the right times as well to kind of keep you in that game mode, like, you know, and get the business done. And yet again, big shout out to Jorg and all the guys over in Germany. We met some great friends over there. Look forward to seeing you soon. That is the plan, I hope.
Remember that guy who was like 8 foot tall next to you, Ron?
Yeah.
We were in that club in Hamburg, didn't he? What was his name?
Him and Petra, wasn't it? Petra.
Yeah, brilliant.
Like Nico McBrain, like.
I tell you what it looked like. Crow family watching. You remember Jaws off James Bond?
Yes!
He was like a tall version with long hair of Jaws from James Bond. And like, you know, this guy was like 8 foot tall, right? I'm 6'1", right? And he was like up here on me. But to Ronnie, he was like, it was brilliant.
It was Nico. It was like Nico McBrain's WWE buddy, wasn't it? Like, he was massive. I think we put the photo up before, and like a lot of people were like, you know, like as if we photoshopped it. No, he was he was really super tall, like, you know. So great memories. Shall we share a little bit of footage with the Crow family?
Oh, I'd love to see a bit of that.
Yes.
Take me back.
Us performing Send the Reaper live from Germany in Rock Palace.
Hands up, I'm a sinner by trade. No excuses for the troubles I made. Some say I'm a little over the top. I bring chaos, but I know what I'm not. No one can save you, can't stop. Send the Reaper, won't stop. Get a weaker, time we could change. Baby, I will pay. Can't stop. Send the Reaper, can't stop. Get a weaker.
Duh.
People.
Well done, boys. Well done, boys. Fucking, that was a gig.
We were the bloody days, weren't they? Yeah. Dude.
Yeah, it weren't a bad year. It weren't a bad year. It's mad.
Looking back, man, you're right. You're so right. I mean, we got to do some cool shit.
We did.
Yeah, man.
We did.
You know, we've already covered this. This was born. You look at the guests who are coming on, the people commenting, the connection with the Crow family. I know a lot have had to go to bed early tonight because that's not a bad thing. I mean, we started this Tuesday live at 9. Nobody was going anywhere, or very few people were going anywhere. Now things are moving in the right direction. It's not a bad thing, and we managed to do some pretty incredible, create amazing moments, boys. Absolutely brilliant moments, like, you know.
Yeah, stuff that people would kill to do. Musicians would kill to do.
Yeah,
achieved in a year where it almost knocked the industry flat on its arse, you know.
Devo, can you answer Mike Ashcroft's question there, bud?
What pedal? I'm assuming he's referring to the wah in Send the Reaper.
Well, yeah, the video we just watched. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you know.
you were so great, my brother.
So there's a funny story about my wah pedal.
Is it now?
Yeah, there's always a funny story about everything about to do with me. So I used to play a Dunlop Crybaby original, right?
Did you know?
And I lost it. Don't know where the hell it went. So I bought a Vox. So I was using Vox. Vox is the one on that performance you just saw there. Thought I'd lost it. Opened up a guitar case that I hadn't opened for about 2 years, and there's my Crybaby. So I sold the Vox one and put the Crybaby back into my pedal board. So I would normally use a Crybaby, but I use Vox on that particular performance there. I remember opening up a guitar case and just a load of pedals fell out of it. And I was like, "Oh, there they all are."
I can remember you doing it.
Yeah, it was the one. It was the, flight
no
case.
surprise there, Dave.
It was that big flight case that we took to Ibiza.
Dave, I would have quite oddly swapped in my Crybaby for your Vox.
I was thinking, poor Mike's there going, I wish I wouldn't have fucking asked. No.
What do you say then, Shane?
I would have quite happily swapped my Crybaby for Dave's Vox.
Oh, I love a Crybaby, man.
I love the Vox.
Ah, there we are. Yeah, I don't think wrong with the Vox, but
didn't the Vox run off 12 volt? Or was it 18?
12, I think it was.
I remember when we were kids, Shane, you had a Vox wah-wah pedal, and I loved that.
Yeah, there's something about the top end, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's good.
Yeah, nothing wrong with either. I mean, you know, I would never not recommend using either of them. It's just a funny story surrounding what pedal I was using on that particular.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look happy about it, Dave. Fair play. Good.
Fair play. You got the national out doing.
You froze then. Did you know that, Dave, or no?
No, it's probably for the best.
Isn't it interesting
like
fact?
Froze, but it was a real like Wallace and Gromit moment, like, you know, the
I got
Gorgonzola.
Raw cheese, Gromit.
Gorgonzola.
Yeah, I'll just put a comment in. Try a Morley bad horsey, lads.
Yeah. Padge, in the other one we used on 7 days. Recording it.
I wish we could bring it in.
Probably is.
Yes, but he doesn't remember. That was a long time ago.
It probably is.
Interesting fact for everybody in the comments, the Crow family. I actually used a wah in the middle 8 track in the bass for Kings of Second Chances. And that one, boom, boom, boom. That was actually a slash Crybaby wah. You are moving on.
No, it's just so.
You are.
It's all factual, man. Like Dave said, you know, everybody wants to know those little moments, or
Yeah, absolutely.
especially what gear you use, etc. It's that's what it's all about, isn't it? You know, special guests, what gear, everything that we've been doing. Like, should we have another birthday shout out?
Yes.
Yes.
Happy first birthday to CrowCast. You guys are absolutely smashing it. I had a wonderful time having a catch up with you guys a few months ago. I hope we get to do it again soon. But anyway, guys, keep smashing it. And yeah, happy birthday.
Cheers, Mark.
Yes.
Mark Andrews.
Legend.
Yes. Ronnie, you were very excited about this guest, weren't you?
Oh man, I mean, yes, very. It's just really cool. I mean, yet again, it's gonna be a running theme throughout. Well, the rest of this episode. You look at that first ever episode when we kicked off the intro, and then you've got all the guests we featured now plus more. And Mark Andrews, WWE superstar. Do you know what I mean? It's like very good friends of mine took me to a bingo hall in Cardiff, and I've got to see guys like that.
They're all playing bingo, were they?
They were all playing bingo. They were all wrestling. But that's what it's all about.
Cadiz, was it? Was that in Cadiz?
Yeah, I'd never been before, and my friends Mike and Nikki, they took me down there because they know I'm a massive like WWE mark, and they were basically like, "You got to come and watch some indie wrestling." Best thing I ever did. Brilliant. It was exciting. And yet again, like I said, to have Mark Andrews on the show, talk about his career, the injury. It was even great for Shane because we joke, I know we joke about the whole like wrestling and all of that. And well, Ronnie's a massive wrestling fan, but it's like, I love it. It's my thing. So to have that insight of how hard he works to maintain the physique, the hours they work are pretty much like a band where you don't leave till late. And then you have to fit in and keep to that diet. It's such a very cool episode yet again, guys. Do you know what I mean? It was...
Yeah, I do remember being blown away by the work ethic of him, and because he was doing so well in WWE, you would think the band and the music side of things would take that, a real sort of on the back burner. But he was, doing those shows, and then he was going to do the WWE. He's hungry, He's I respect that. Yeah, fair play.
Hungry and a discipline. I mean, a lot of it, obviously, I knew being a massive fan. But it was great. That was a good one to see you as well. Like, your reactions to some of the things he said. Because that's cool for me. You know what I mean? Somebody who's not, or haven't watched it for years, or maybe doesn't indulge. You know a lot about football, dude. So it's that same knowledge, that same interest applied to a different. Completely different thing, whether you're a movie buff or you're a book lover or something like that, or a comic book, anything, man. Be a taster, whatever.
Yeah, I kind of like respond to people, so it's not even about what they do for a living, and that's what CrowCast, every single guest, and I cannot stress this enough. You find out something new that you would never know about these guests because you haven't got the time or the luxury to just hang out backstage sometimes and have a chit chat about general shit. So you're learning about these people live on air. And Mark was just this huge respect for Mark of what he's achieved, the graft he's put in, the effort he's put in, and not just in, that sport that he loves. It's the music as well and making time for everything. So huge kudos to him and respect anybody that puts that much time and effort in.
Yeah. Anyone's got that much discipline. Respect.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And funny you should say about the music. He didn't just come on to talk about wrestling. He didn't just come on to talk about, fitness and training, etc. He came on to talk about his band, Junior, a band that I think even Shiner, you were saying afterwards, we were all listening to the album when we, days later, about a week later and stuff, and going, wow, there's some cracking pop punk tunes on there, but also some good rock tunes as well. Very melodic, great harmonies.
That really takes me back, man. Like hearing Junior, I mean, takes me back to when I first started playing. You know what I mean? That sort of pop punkness. It's amazing.
Yeah, man.
Memory lane, man.
Well, we're fortunate enough as well. They've sent us in a track, which is fantastic. This is Dramatic by Junior.
This song is called Dramatic.
Comfortable with feeling low, holding on to where she goes. Only thing that hurts more than moving on is never moving on. Empty bedrooms make you pause. Perfect choirs don't fill the halls. Loveless pictures hang on walls, but it is not a tragedy, believe me. Where's my pity party waiting for me at my door? She told me, just don't be dramatic. Breathe in, breathe out. Dramatic. Pick up yourself. And I just wanna stay here together. And I just wanna feel this forever. Memories that you have made roam like ghosts that haunt this place. Break the cycle, make a change. You are not a tragedy, believe me. Where's my pity party waiting for me at my door? She told me, just don't be dramatic. Breathe in, breathe out. Dramatic. Pick up yourself. And I just wanna stay here together. And I just wanna feel this forever. And I just want to stay here. I just want to stay here. And I just want to feel it. Just want to feel it. And I just want to stay here together. I just want to stay here together. I just want to feel this forever. I just want to feel this dramatic. Dramatic. Pick up yourself. Pull yourself back together. This will not last forever.
Yeah, man. I think old Stu Hunting in the comments had it right, man. Boxcar Racer, there is. That's the vibe.
That's a really
Yeah,
good
man.
shout. That is, Stu. That's a
Yeah.
really good shout. That is Boxcar Racer there.
That is
Yeah,
proper
that is
Boxcar Racer
spot
vibe.
on. Actually, that's a really good. Yeah. Yet again, guys, you know, for anybody who loved that, loved the Mark Andrews episode, you can go over to their website, go and check it out, www.musicofjunior.com. You can see their back catalogue of records and keep up to date with their rescheduled shows, etc. The same as Chris Barras, who we featured earlier. A lot of you said in the comments you were right, it was his 5-year anniversary. That is coming up of the big Lucky 13 album. Yet again, thanks to all these guests for sending us in, whether it be exclusive content or content that they've only put on their Patreons, or even stuff that nobody has seen before. Yet again, we're really grateful for that. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, man, absolutely. But I was about another one then for a guest that we have had. I think this is the only guest we've had on more than once, so that'd be twice. The legend that is Mr. Ricky Warwick. What a dude this guy is. Such a lovely guy, full of heart, full of passion, still got the drive as ever. Great guest, boys.
If there's a moment, I wish I had a whiskey, man.
Yeah, man. I can't, honestly, phenomenal. First time he came on, brilliant, spent time with us. Really, we were still learning about this then, so he could have easily gone, "Oh, guys, I gotta go," or we were really learning the graph with it. We was, the whole like trying to work out who's going to speak and stuff like that. And he just stuck there with us like a buddy in a bar, and that's what it turned out to be. It turned out to be a mate, like, you know, who, yet again, another guest, we keep saying it, who's stayed in contact. Give us a shout, records out. Do you want me back on CrowCast? Of course we do. Come on. Do you want me to play, you know, should we play a track? We did. Phenomenal, man. Absolutely.
And going to be one of the Crow footballers in the Crows Against Steelhouse. He's on our team.
He's going to be the brute, I reckon. You don't fuck with him, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
we'll get him laced up on Jameson or something. We'll have him. Look out, Steelhouse. You know. But yeah, beautiful guy. Yet again, I've said it to him. You've said it to him. Everyone said it to him. We can't wait to catch him in a normal world and have a few drinks and actually say thank you properly. And he has sent us in something exclusive for CrowCast. Nothing off stage, nothing off YouTube, nothing else. He has recorded something specifically for us.
Check this out, guys. This is Ricky Warwick performing an acoustic song, When Life Was Hard and Fast.
Congratulations, boys. 'Tis a fine thing you've been doing on 1 year of your online show. Thank you very, very much for letting me be a part of it. And thank you for keeping us all relatively sane for the last year. God knows we needed it, right? Well, we grew up together along a rain-lashed road in a land of blood and thunder where evil genius strode. Rock and roll was all we dreamed of, girls who didn't care, and our teachers tried to tell us it wouldn't get us anywhere. No one thought to tell me underneath the blood-red moon, the faces on the picture would fade away so soon. No one thought to mention that today could be the last. No one had to worry when life was hard and fast. Yeah. So how you gonna keep me working on this farm when I can see the road ahead? It's tattooed on my arm. Never sleep with girls named Ruby. Don't mess with guys called Joe. I'm gonna make this 6-string sing in a traveling circus show. No one thought to tell me underneath the blood-red moon, the faces on the picture would fade away so soon. No one thought to mention that today could be the last. No one had to worry when life was hard and fast. Without even knowing when I separate ways, big town, small town heroes with way too much to say. Life it taught us lessons like there's no heat from the moon. The shadow in the rear view is gonna overtake you soon. No one thought to tell me underneath the blood red moon. The faces in the picture would fade away so soon. If no one thought to mention that today could be the last. If no one had to worry when life was hard and fast. When life was hard and fast. Thank you, boys.
Thank you, dude. Ricky Warwick, what a legend. What a lovely guy. Amazing soul. Fair play to him. And that was a great rendition, man. A great sound on the guitar. I reckon I was a Gibson. What guitar was that? That was lovely.
That's what I was trying to work out.
Yeah.
We'll try and ask him that. Try and send him a message.
Either or a Gretsch.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
But
He said that spunky top end.
He played Gretsch before, didn't he? Remember when he was first on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've gone to a few of his stage hits, or I urge anybody, if he puts an event up, go to it, because it's great. He really does interact with you. He draws you in. You've been to one, haven't you, Shane? It's like, it does feel like you're in a really cool pub, especially if you're having a few drinks or whatever, and you put him on your screen. It does feel like you're in a pub, and it's engaging, and he does give everybody shout outs and stuff. Great friend of the CrowCast. Massive congratulations as well to our brother Ricky Warwick for all the success that he's had when life was hard and fast. I don't know if you guys seen great chart positions yet again. An awesome album. Lloyd called it anyway from early doors. Brilliant.
Amazing record, man.
A superhuman that I can't wait to share I don't know how many drinks with, and look back on all his fucking madness, and because he's been a grafter, haven't he, boys? He's really worked hard throughout this process,
Yeah, exactly. And you don't have the longevity that Ricky's had, or work with the caliber of people that he's worked with if you're a dick. You just don't. and no, it's true on it. Do you know what I mean?
No, it is true.
You're right, man. You're right.
He's got a passion. Right. He's a lovely, lovely, down-to-earth guy. Will speak to anybody, and has achieved so much, and will continue to do so because of those great. I don't know those. What's the word I'm looking for? Those. What's the word I'm looking for?
What's the next line, people?
One line of Shine.
Any more glasses, man? Fucking hell.
Are you early tonight, New Shine?
Where?
You want to go? You want to fucking go? You want to go? You want to go?
Am I early?
I still can't think of the word.
Attributes.
Yes, that type of thing. Yes. Thank you, Lloyd.
Qualities, attributes.
Same as any of the guests. It's not the case of just because they've been on once. They are welcome back anytime if they've got a record, if they've got anything out, or if they just want to come on and have a chat on a Tuesday live at 9, especially in these times, and help us entertain the Crow family, help us entertain and reach as many people as possible, and spread good joy and no negativity, So should we have some more best bits?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's roll on.
Unbelievable musicians, one-to-one. I've got to meet so many of my heroes who've become, friends or whatever you want to call it, but that goes on to this day. Only in the last year and a half or so, one of your local heroes, James Dean Bradfield.
Yeah.
I met at a guitar store thing, and only then did I find out that him and Nicky were huge Whitesnake fans when they were kids. And so it goes on. So there's nobody a bigger name than the Manics, and yet that means as much to me as when I first met Jeff Beck with Cozy Powell, when he said a mate of mine's coming tonight, and 25 minutes before the gig, Jeff Beck walks in. And I quietly lost my mind. Yeah. But he was great. He was really charming and really nice. Looked at the beast and asked me about the guitar. But all I could think of during that gig was Jeff Beck's out there somewhere.
He called me and he said, AC/DC's in London over the weekend and they shooting 2 videos. Yeah.
He said, well, Phil is not there. Yeah. Well, are you available? What? And my missus going, he said, are you available and do you want to go? What, you asking me to go up and do? Yes. So are you serious? Yeah. Dick will ring you in 10 minutes. So Dick, he rang me in 10 minutes. I said, all right, Dick. I said, is this serious? Oh, yes, he said. I said, well, does Angus know? But me? Oh, yeah. Well, we had a conversation earlier. Yeah. So while I was teaching in the day, photographs had been sent up to London. So Angus go, yeah, you'll do. Kind of thing. Yeah. We'll have him. Send him up. I didn't know this. So Dick said, yeah, you're on. No, it's on. Yeah. I was sat next to him when he said, yeah, send him up.
Yeah, this is happening. So pack your shit and get to the airport. And so I did. And I flew all the way back to London. And then I just sort of stayed with the band until a few more gigs after Wembley. And then Jason had to go home. So he was like, yeah, right, let's go, let's do it. And then I just finished off the last 13 shows or whatever. I mean, fucking hell. I never played to that many people before. I never used in-ears. There's a bunch of stuff that was going on that, you know, quite frankly, I just sort of didn't really worry about it. I was just like, look, fucking hell, it's like you're gonna do this and smash it because they're trusting you. You know what I mean? They're flying you all the way over here on the strength that you've said you can do it. So you can't back out now. You know what I mean?
So I got to LA and my name started getting around and I started getting invited to do this and that. And I felt I got a call to audition for Lionel Richie, right? You got to think about it. This is the 80s, right?
Wow.
The beginning. And that's when I said, oh, something's going on. I got something here cooking. Shortly after, I got a call to audition for Cher. And even though I didn't get the gigs, it's the fact that I was just in those circles.
Aside from the people who actually comment, you have no idea who's watching. You know, you might have kind of 10 or 10,000 views on a video. You don't know who those people are unless they physically leave a comment. And a mate of mine called Adam Slack, who's the guitarist in a band called The Struts, got in touch on Instagram actually saying, hi mate, love you playing. Kind of let's keep in touch. So we kept in touch. And then about a month later, I had a message off him, a screenshot of a text conversation, because they toured with the Foo Fighters. They'd done a couple of stadium shows with the Foo Fighters. And he sent me a screenshot through Pat Smear and got in touch with him going, hi mate, saw this, came across this guy on YouTube, Chris Buck. He's from your neck of the woods. You must know him, surely. And Adam's from Derby. So he's like, well, relatively speaking, I guess, if you're from a place as big as the US, Derby is very close. It is Wales, in essence. And he sent it on to me. I was like, what is Pat Smear doing watching my videos? That's insane. And that was like the first moment of like, you literally never know who's watching, you know? So strange.
That's brilliant. What a clip.
Yeah, never know who's watching. Never know who's watching.
I love what Chris said about, you know, when you're from somewhere like America, like Derby is tiny.
Yeah. Amazing gets, man. Bernie, let's start with Bernie. Bernie's an absolute legend on one of the biggest bands on the planet, one of the biggest songs on the planet.
Yeah.
Here I Go Again. Like, I wonder if we ever write the song like that, right? Do you ever think, that's it now? Down tools. I don't have to do anything. Because that song is that big. Do you know what I mean?
I can guarantee you, bro, that it is being played somewhere right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. That is true. That is true.
It's probably being played in fucking 1,000 places right now.
Well, he actually said that when he was on, didn't he? He said it's like fucking played everywhere. And since he said that, I've noticed it everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't think there's 1 week that I haven't heard it on a fucking advert or anything like, or I'll flick the radio over. Because my boys like in the car, he'll flick through the radio stations. We've gone back to listening to radio a lot more. And there it comes. It's like whether it's on even FM or something like that, like bang, there it is.
Yeah, and it's always that song that's always on a compilation album. If it's a rock compilation album,
that is track one.
Is on there. Incredible. Bob Richards, what a legend, an absolutely lovely guy. To think that we were gonna, well, not cut the interview short because we spoke to him quite a long time, but then he hits us with Lemmy straight at the end of that conversation.
I'm going to ask me about Lemmy, are you guys?
Absolute class. Incredible drummer. He's drummed with some big names too. Or Bob.
Oh yeah.
And I'll never forget him for one thing. He introduced me to Jim Beam. What a great whiskey or bourbon that is. Absolutely outstanding. For that alone, thank you, Bob.
Send some over a bit.
Absolutely beautiful. And then Marco, like that. Was Marco our first LA guest across the pond?
I think he was.
No, Ricky was.
Are you sure?
You're right. No, Ricky was.
Yeah, Ricky was the first. Marco was the second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, Ricky was.
Oh, you are right. Tony's right.
Marco was episode 26.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, man.
But again, Marco, another wonderful human being, like the soul of him, you know.
Yeah,
larger than life character.
Baby.
Yeah.
Been there and done it type guy, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so open and honest about, like, you know, how drugs nearly fucked his career and how he was delusional, like, do you know what I mean? Very open. A lot of our guests have done that on the show.
Yeah.
It's incredible how open they've been, considering, like, especially Marco Mendoza. I'm in double figures to what I've heard interviews with him. But it was just great how natural he was and, like, lesson there. Do you know what I mean? It's not cool when you're fucking up all the time or you're making the wrong choices, because he could have that skill set, but he's still fucking up. Like, do you know what I mean? It's unbelievable. And we've had several guests who've been honest with their and transparent with their addictions and how they've gone through it, which is an incredible battle and help to anybody out there who's got addictions. Like, do you know what I mean? And then Mr. Chris Buck. Oh,
pure class.
Yeah, I love that guy's guitar playing. Honestly, I think he's one of the best out there at the moment.
Pure class.
Just the melodies to pick up. It's just like someone would sing it. Huge fan of what he's doing right now. Incredible. And then Andy James. Did Andy get the 5-finger death punch?
We were officially. I don't think it actually caught on. But we were officially, I think, the first people to speak to him.
Yeah.
Which is kind of gutting, because there's obviously, I don't want to name and shame him, but there's a lot of internet sites who jump on these podcasts and stuff and go, oh my God, did you hear what he said? And like the same happened with Doug the other day. A lot of people were like, oh my God, Doug said this. I was like, fucking Doug said that on the CrowCast weeks ago. So I still think we get overlooked. Yeah, keep up. We still get kind of overlooked, but yeah, we were the first interview yet again. Andy James, really super honest. A difficult interview because the chat room was quite lively, because and Andy did have a lot of sound issues because of he was in his home studio. The weather here was fucking atrocious.
It was terrible.
So it obviously sounded like, you know, you could hear like pop-ins and stuff like that. And so, yeah, that was a little bit gutting. But otherwise still, you know, incredible stories of how he did techniques as well with the picks.
Yeah, incredibly professional, like on it, didn't he? You know what I mean? To the nano, you know, that depth, that detail.
Even like the pick choice. Do you know what I mean? The size and the pick choice.
Well, it was just our knowledge of how he changes them, because it affects his playing. That knowledge of, like, you know, and I've been experimenting now with drumsticks, so flicking between 5A and 5B, which means not a lot to a lot of people. But trust me, when you're doing certain songs, there's a difference between using different weighted sticks. And that's blown my fucking mind to learn that. And, you know,
exactly as a bass player, between using the pick and using the fingers.
Yeah. Well, I've always said that there's a different tone anyway. You can always use there's a different texture or a different tone with the fingers. But yeah, just the weight of your tools, fucking incredible. There we are. The puns are back. The puns are back. It's not brisket.
All I seen was the eyebrows of Greeno going,
But a lovely way to cap this episode off is, yet again, massive shout out to Buck and Evans, Bob and Chris for sending us in Slow Train.
Choo choo.
Outstanding. Outstanding
What a hook
track.
that vocal. That's
Great.
a hook, man.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%, bro. Amazing band. The fact that they're all different ages. I was listening to a podcast that Chris was doing, or Anderton's podcast. And he's talking about his guitar playing, and he was talking about Buck and Evans. He was trying to describe her and stuff, and just saying how, because obviously he's a different age to the other members in the band, and how everybody brings a different style and feel. But it's very Fleetwood Mac, innit? There's that,
Man, I'd say his Fleetwood Mac and his playing is so, like, for me,
Did you
very
see-
Richie Sambora.
Yeah, but do you see the energy pick up the minute he done that guitar solo? That is an exceptional guitarist right there, bro. And the sound you get, man, it's like honestly, from a vocalist point of view, it's like someone else coming in and singing. It just everything lifted, and the minute he played that, the energy, the drums, the pickup of the track,
it was
class.
It was a little understated as well. It was like,
Yes.
you know, it wasn't OTT, was it? It wasn't like here I am, here's my solo. It was melodic, it was classy, it was tonal,
bluesy.
It was it
had it all, man. It's like the Dean Martin of guitar playing.
Yeah,
He
brilliant.
got it all.
Brilliant.
He got it all.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's fucking all there, man.
Yeah,
lovely.
Absolute class. What do you think of that, Shane? You a fan of Chris?
Well, like you just said, he is a phenomenal guitar player. I do watch his Friday Fretworks, is it?
Yes.
Yes. And you know, he's always playing in there, but I do watch it for like what effects he's using.
Yeah.
And stuff.
He's a very intelligent lad, like, and he knows his gear like the back of his hand. He knows, and he was saying, like, he's he used to like follow Slash and stuff. He's played with Slash, but then he put down like the Les Paul and started using Fender, and it changed his whole vibe and his whole sound, and for the better for him as an individual. Like, and you really see him now his persona.
I couldn't imagine him playing a Les Paul now.
I know, it's mad.
That Strat tone is he's made it his sound.
Yeah.
Hats off, man.
But he's blowing up, man. He's like, proper guitarist. So like Chris Buck is the dude. Do you know what I mean? He's
good. I reckon he guarantee he'll have his own signature sort of model soon.
Yeah, he's first class, bro.
He's that kind of player. He's that kind of player.
Exceptional and a great band. An absolutely great band. Back in heavens.
Fair play.
Should we have some more?
Yes, please, sir.
Like 7 years of our life. It's like it's not every day an album takes 7 years to make, and how it evolves. But there's still, there's still some parts of the album that are from the first year, and some parts from the 7th year, and you're like
parts from high school.
Some parts from high school, and you're like we'll never probably be able to write an album like this again in that sense, because it's we're now going to go into the routine, the band's routine, where maybe an album's maybe 3 odd years of your life sort of cycle and moving on, which is still great. It will actually bring the other side of our writing out in that sense. But yeah, I mean it's quite emotional to finally it's like we're sealing off, once Friday hits and the chart week's over, it's almost sealing off that album and going into new territory, which is mind blowing.
It completely changed our writing so far, anyway. Because we've always wrote three of us in a room together, start to finish the song. It's never like one of us does it all at home, or in terms of writing. It's always been, we've always got together, we've always jammed, fed off each other, and that's how it's been. But now, obviously, for a long time we couldn't do that. I mean, we were lucky enough to have our own space to do it, so the last couple of weeks we've been able to do it. There's enough room in there, it's safe, But it's just been so difficult. So it's been like, I've never really used home recording or anything like that. I've always been quite old school in it and gone to the studio and producer but so now it's been like, right, how do I do this? How do I get some drum beat in it that I can write to? This is what I've got in my head. How do I get it? So it's been really, really tough. But I think that when the record comes, it might show that we've actually maybe thought even harder about the songs and the arrangements. And
look at this. Look at this. We were just going through some stuff while we were waiting to come on.
He's wearing a hat.
Classic rock magazines. Ones to
That's
watch.
onto the conspiracy.
Scam.
Conspiracy.
Look at that. Ones to watch. Scam.
Look at that.
2012. This magazine is.
Ones to watch.
Still
pushing. Have you noticed on the picture? Nobody's wearing a hat.
8 years later, still. The other high hopes in this magazine is Guns N' Roses.
Chris, do you use the 6505 on the guitar tracks?
I don't know. I used Pag's Kempers on this one, but I think we're going to use my Marshall valves on the album.
Yeah, because it was that little snippet I've heard of it. I was like, oh, hang on, that's definitely on a Marshall.
Yeah, no, I win a Marshall.
China knows his fucking shit, man. China knows.
Oh, I know, boys.
Fast forward to literally a year ago, which I'll come to in a bit. Earache put out their compilation album, New Wave of Rock and Roll, which we're very privileged to be part of, amongst some great bands, all part of the scene, which is very much echoes what you guys were talking about as we waited backstage. But the scene has had an injection, right? It's alive and kicking. And a lot of those great bands are on this album. And the little bit that hasn't really been captured in the history books, and not a lot of people know, is there was the launch show, which was at O2 Academy, Islington, London. And I think there were 5 bands on the bill. We weren't originally on the bill. So a band pulled out. And we only got the gig, I think, about 3 weeks before the show. And I won't lie to you, if that hadn't have happened, I don't think we'd be here today.
Kind of wasn't with the previous album. I never came away feeling like that was as good as it could have been, really. But there was a few other things going on with the band at the time, and it was. But it was just a weird album for me personally. It did well, you know. I mean, I can't argue with that. But it did come out sounding like what I wanted, really. But this time round, it just seemed to flow, you know. It just seemed to be like it was all good, you know, from day one. Everything we were putting down, the songs, as soon as the drums were going down, I was like, I'm going to be happy here.
Everything was there. It ticked all boxes. Quality, the studio, time. The time is the thing, isn't it? You know, when you go into the studio and you know that you've got the next 2 months, you can just relax and be able to relax and not worry about having to go to the studio and then get back home and get up for work at whatever time in the morning and then come back the next night to do a bit more singing or whatever. Just fit it in where you can. You're just there for the duration.
Hey,
you're all right, Dave.
Oh, Dave, all right, bud.
Dave, pour us one when you're there, will you?
Yet again, some great guests, boys. You know, they're all smashing it. You know, if we start with the Mason Hill boys, brilliant chart success after the show the other day. That was great to hear. First top 20, absolutely brilliant. Congratulations, boys, if you're watching this. But we've spoken to you. You know, a lot of love from the camp. Then you've got your Wolf Chores, Florence Black, and Scam. Yet again, Scam doing absolutely brilliant. We bragged him up the other day for a band, you know, so DIY, always working hard, like, you know, and that's what you want to see from bands is constantly thinking, what can I be doing next? Like, you know, defeating anything that's in your way, like, you know, and then obviously Massive Wagons. Yet again, when we shot that back, oh my God, that was around the Roxy Asylum episode. House of Noise came out about, was it days later? Yeah, because they put the pre-order up.
That's right.
That was the old bargain bin bloody joke, because a label put it to £5 in the episode, and they were like, "Oh, cheers, boys!" But yet again, top 10. Yet you know, top 10 UK charts. That's
number 9, didn't he? Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's smashing it, man. So seen a lot on the socials lately, you know, the whole rock and roll is dead and all that. No, it's not. It's alive and kicking. And thanks to this community and others out there, everybody gets together. The live scene is going to be ecstatic over the next 12 months to 18 months when we get cooking. This is going to be fucking brilliant. It's going to be special, man.
Can't fucking wait.
It's brilliant, isn't it? It's absolutely brilliant.
I can't fucking wait, man. I can't wait.
Well, it's a real buzz. I mean, you look at some of those bands, but I mean, you know, how humbled were the Mason Hill boys? Oh, thanks for having us on. Look at the people you've had on your show. And, you know, we've played a lot of them tonight. It's fucking incredible. But now Mason Hill, you know, fair play, top 20 guys. They're going to go out now, starting their own tour. We'll see them on the festival scene. Same with the Scam boys. They've got the second part that they're releasing coming up. That's going to be, I just seen it coming soon the other day. So they've done the first part of the record, seconds. Florence Black just cut a brand new record, so that's exciting times for them. I bet that's going to fucking skyrocket. Wolf Shaw, as they said in that interview, they seem like they're quiet behind the scenes, but they're kind of writing and keeping as busy as they possibly can. And then Massive Wagons, I mean, those guys just don't fucking stop as well, do they? Like, you know what I mean? So
yeah, man. Yeah, the scene is alive and well. New wave of classic rock. It's alive and well, boys. And no, it was lovely getting messages off the Mason Hill boys because, you know, this was their debut album. And even after CrowCast and days after CrowCast, they were like, oh man, there's people that bought our album because they've never heard of us, but we came on CrowCast. And that's not bigging up us. That's just them having this is what I'm talking about, guys. The scene is so good. It's because there's no sense of, oh, we're better than you. Or, you know, there's that. You're all in the same game. You're all trying to do the same thing. And I think there's a respect, there's an understanding of how hard it is. And those boys, you know, deserve it. And but they were the first ones to say, "Oh, thank you for having us, because you know we picked up more record sales because of that, and it's reaching out. It's a platform for us." And I really respected that, because you know some people do these sort of things, and it's just, you know, "Oh, we'll do it," but they saw, you know, how brilliant our Crow family are, and how our Crow family is the same as the Massive Wagons boys. The fans of us, they love the Wagons boys, and that whole network. And he picked that up straight away. So it's good to see that, you know.
Giving back and growing growing the scene, making the scene stronger. And let's not forget the Dust Coder as well. I know they're new to the scene. Well, they have been around a while, but now they're making waves, especially signing to Uric. Their record is dropping this week. So yet again, big things expected from those guys. They've been trying to connect with everybody. I think the second part of episode 50 is dropping this week on the CrowCast podcast. Obviously, part 1 was with Mason Hill. Part 2 now is Dust Coder. Just trying to do our bit to help the bands along in a tough time. It's not a great time to release a record, but whatever we can do, really, innit? Like, you know, so that's the hardest thing, like, you know.
Exactly.
But talking about what we can do, it's all about giving back as well. Massive Wagon Jude. It was our birthday. They give us a massive happy birthday behind the scenes, sent messages, etc. And they said, would we like some exclusive content, Shane?
Yes. So the next performance is the Wagons in their lockdown live session, which was exclusive to Wagons World. Only their Patreons have seen this. So this is Massive Wagons performing Freak City. Check this out.
Hey, this one goes out to Planet Rock and all its wonderful listeners. Thanks for all the support, guys.
Freaking out, I'm freaking out. There's a fire in my head and it won't go out. Got a pain in my chest that comes and goes. I've been punched in the face so much it shows. Freaking out, I'm freaking out. There's a knot in my gut, I could do it all. I torture myself about when I'll die. Don't sleep at night, I just close my eyes. My head's a disco full of people that I don't like. I crumble if my sense of humor when time's to right. Sitting pretty and free for Freak City. Lead the people, don't let them drown you out. Sitting pretty and free for Freak City. Make it up and the future is so bright. Freaking out, I'm freaking out. There's a fire in my heart, it's not going on. I sing till I live till I sing. I can sing so loud I don't hear a thing. My head's a disco full of people that I don't like. I crumble if my sense of humor went on to right. Sitting pretty and freak for Freak City. Lead the people, don't let them drown you out. Sitting pretty and freak for Freak City. Make it up and the future is so bright. My head's a disco full of people that I don't like. I crumble if my sense of humor when time's to right. Sitting pretty and freak for Freak City. Sitting pretty and freak for Freak City. Lead the people, don't let them drown you out. Sitting
There's the boys, man.
Thank you, boys.
Let's
Yet
get a
again,
promo at the end there. The boys know, don't they? Huh? The boys know.
they fucking know. They know. And obviously, they sent over the links as well for anybody wants to catch up with the guys, join Wagons World, etc. www.massivewagons.com. Yet again, thank you for the exclusive content, guys, and thanks for the support. They're always shouting out all their shows. They always mention us and praise us for everything we're doing, and we do you. And thank you, guys. Same goes out to you. It's returned, well done on everything that you do, so all got to keep battling, haven't we, boys?
That's the only way forward, bro. It's the only way forward.
We're in it together, as the wagon said.
In it together. Hello. Right.
Hello.
Before we move on, because I know time is ticking, a lot of people are going to bed and are catching up tomorrow. It's a long one tonight. It was jam-packed. Just going to have a little flick through these. These were early CrowCast. Darren Griffiths, fair play to him. There's Lloyd boy done as an avatar. I had the
Who am I?
There they
Fucking
are.
liver.
Yeah, celebrating the Tiger King. Dude, it was the anniversary of that the other day, boys. The Tiger King dropping on Netflix.
I know, it's crazy, man.
I remember.
Hell of a toolbox, but hell of a toolbox.
Yeah, look at that, mate. Look at the background. You've got loads of men in the pants, play.
Roddy, you're bigger than The Rock, but how does that feel?
Yeah, it's the one in there. I love the outfit as well. I think that would be my outfit.
Yeah.
That's it now, so and there's old Shane Pigeongate.
Shit on my head.
Brillo pad top,
Aye, with the old bourbon in the background, fucking loving it, so.
T-cat, I love
her. Not forgetting China. There's the bake off. Of course, some people might be going, fucking China baking. Well, there was the whole make me a cheesecake. And the next thing you know, Ronnie had about fucking 50 pictures of cheesecakes we were trying to put up in the episode, and then China kept demanding food, and he cooked a blinding cheesecake, didn't he, boys? Didn't taste the fucker, did he?
No, I don't like it.
I'm not forgetting. There he is.
There's the old shark chasing Dave up the vault.
I used to look like that, boys.
Gary and Vince.
I do like the dog and the rabbits. So that's
Gary and Vince having a bit. Look.
Yeah, little Indy there on the left.
There he is.
Fucking Gary and Vince, look, having a bit with a co-op carrier bag.
I'll look like that again soon, boys. Not now, but.
Is that where you keep your packed lunch in, Dave? The co-op carrier bag?
Anymore, but one day.
Oh, you still got it, Dave. You still got it.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
sensitive back, though. I'm new. Baby back. Baby
back. Should we have another best bits?
Oh, yes, please, Ronald.
Cool. This is Bruce, Toby, and Mark.
Oh, yeah.
So this is really important, right? This will illustrate to everyone who's watching this the craziness of the record industry, and I still hold this anecdote as the pivotal moment where I realized how utterly ridiculous it is, and all you should be concerning yourself with is the music, right? And this is the reason. So we're playing a live gig in Piccadilly Circus at, I think it was a HMV or a Tower Records. I can't remember which one it was, in all honesty. But we've been booked to play on that morning of the album being released. And so we were playing it, say, the next week or something like that. And we were waiting for the chart position of the album. That was the point, right? So Polydor managed to get us a position where we were playing in the middle of the shop of this huge record store in Piccadilly Circus, right? And we were a big act at the time. And so the police had to close the road off. There were so many people in the street and so many people in the shop wanting to watch us play that they had to close the road. And me and Bruce Dickinson, after we were going to finish this little gig, it was only a 15-minute thing, you know what I mean, in front of this open audience. We were due to get into this car and drive to the airport and to go and do a press junket straight from the stage. That was the whole plan. So we're in the middle of this gig, at which point our manager runs onto the stage, stops the gig and said, we've gone in at #1. That was the whole thing. And the place went fucking nuts. You know, it's like, oh my God, we were like, oh, we can't believe this is incredible. We've arrived. What a feeling, a staggering feeling. So we're bundled through this crowd, people ripping at your clothes, all the things you can think of. We're thinking, oh my God, this is it. We've arrived, you know, get in this car. And the car had we were with our manager, and he had a mobile phone. None of us had phones at the time. Of course, it was days when not many people had them. Yeah. But the phone went, and it was my wife, my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, saying, have you got any money? Because we can't pay our rent. So that was like, I went, oh. So here I was, #1 album, playing to an audience where they closed the street off in our capital city. The police were closing it off. There was cordons. I'm in a car, heading to the airport to go and do a press junket, and I'm absolutely skint.
It was like, it would be round Europe with Van Halen for 6 weeks or something, and whatever it was, and then Bon Jovi, and then there'd be show. And you sort of, as you're doing more and more, if any big band came to the UK, it'd be either us or Thunder or the Choir Boys supported.
For anybody, you know, the reality is that I think the trouble with modern society is that we become far too comfortable. I think we expect there's a massive amount of kind of, you know, just expectation, you know, entitlement, you know, I think that's a big problem, and art doesn't allow that really. Art is supposed to react to these things, you know what I mean? You shouldn't be a question of, I'm just going to carry on the status quo, carry on as doing exactly what we should do. No, you know, the reality is that great art is a reaction to the times and reaction to your own personal situation in those times, and wanting to try and promote, especially in rock and roll. Rock and roll has always been at the forefront of the freedom movement. That's what it's always been about, you know. It's not sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Actually, the reality is that's a bit of a smokescreen. The reality is underneath it, there is some real stuff there. There is some substance, and so there should be. You know,
the secret of A&R and artist development is asking the right question at the right time. And if the timing's right, you'll hear it.
Bruce and Jim and I, when Little Angels split up, we formed a band called Blow, and it was a bluesy kind of DIY, when DIY really wasn't a thing, band. We had management that helped us with releases and stuff like that, and we released a live record called Shrooming at Moles, which is self-explanatory and kind of sets the tone really for the rest of the band.
So it'd be a reunion.
Well, we were on about it, but then COVID came along, and it kind of, you know, and I mean, we chat all the time now. You know, it's weird. We literally didn't speak, and it wasn't like we super fell out. It's just like, just a bit, you know, with each other, and you know, you got to go on and do other things, and but we chat all the time now. So I think Toby's got an idea for some shows, and maybe even a kind of live in the studio type record.
Yes. I whilst I was in Blow, I was living in Nottingham at the time. I think it's all a bit hazy, but I went to see Skunk Anansie play at Rock City, which is still one of my favourite venues in the UK. And I said to Steve, I want to get there early, my mate Steve. I want to get there early because there's Skunk Anansie supporting him. And he went, what? Skunky what? And I said, this band, I saw him in the kebab shop in Andover the other day. We were on the telly. It's this song called Selling Jesus. And it was just bonkers, but I absolutely loved it. You've got to see this front woman. She's amazing. Oh. And so sure enough, we get there just as they come on stage. And I'm absolutely just blown into the back wall, you know, with this band. But walking home after the gig, and I said to Steve, that is the band I want to. That is the sort of stuff I want to play. I don't really want to play bluesy rock. I want to play that, you know, whatever it is. I love it, and you know, it's the indie rock music or whatever, fronted by this maniacal, you know, crazy front person. Which is how I perceived her at the time from that show. With just this great band of musicians, and which really weirdly, Blow then played at the Coco, and Ace was stood next to me watching me play, And I had no idea. Oh, that's the other thing. On the way home, I said to Steve, but the drummer's like, he needed to be giving it a bit more. You know, it wasn't Robbie France. Robbie had left. And they had this temporary guy in called Louis, who was playing for Nena Cherry. He was a session guy, lovely fella, great player. And I said, oh, well, you know, anyway, I look forward to seeing them again, sort of thing, and didn't think anything more about it. Then the next thing I see Ace next to me when we're playing at Coco. And the next day is the Kerrang Awards, and we get nominated for Best New British Band, and so does Skunk Anansie. And Skunk Anansie won it, hands down, of course. And I bumped into Skin half cut after a few bevies. And I said, oh, your gig was amazing the other day, and but your drummer's a bit shit. And I sort of thought it. I thought it and thought I mustn't say it like that. I must find another way to say it, but it was already out my mouth. And she sort of looked at me, and I went, "Oh, well, that's lovely of you to say so." Well, we're actually, Louis, the temporary drummer, give us your details, and I'll get our manager to give you a call, and then. So that was it. I sort of went away thinking, yeah, whatever, you know, that's never going to happen. And it did. And I got called for an audition. I spoke to Bruce about it, and it was absolutely lovely. You know, he sort of said, you'd be mad not to go for it. You'd be mad. I mean, they're such a great band, and it's right up your street.
We were waiting for the song to get the chart position for Radical Your Lover, okay? And we're in the car, in the van, the band's van. And the night before we played to 100 people, we were still in that 100, 150 people position. You know what I mean? We are breaking out. We're doing okay, but it wasn't loads of people and didn't know what to do next. And we got a call from our manager on our car phone, which were about this wide, and a big handset like that. It's a sort of like, hello, it's one of those, you know. So we got a call from him saying, you've gone in at number 32 and it's going to be on the chart show within the next couple of hours. So we pulled over on the side of the motorway heading up to Middlesbrough. Seriously, we're about an hour and a half away from, remember distinctly, and we're in this sort of waiting in this lay-by, and we heard it go on the chart. We're dancing around in this field and all the rest of it. Oh my God, we're in the British charts, you know, which was an amazing achievement. It really was at that point, right? We then drive off. The phone goes half an hour away from Middlesbrough. Same thing, manager. You're never going to believe it, but they're moving the gig, which had sold 200 pre-sales, something like that, to the town hall above. That had been inundated with people phoning saying, we want to go and see this band tonight. So we played that night. In the course of 2 hours, we played to 600 people, not 150 that we were expecting to. That was the power of radio at that point.
Yeah.
If you were in the British charts and you were on Radio 1, everything changed. Everything changed. So we went from that, which was 150 people, to 600. And then on our next album, Hammersmith Apollo sold out 1 week.
Unbelievable.
I tell you what, those three guests there,
yeah, man,
the knowledge, the insight, the experience, knowing the industry like the back of their hand. Bruce is incredible, just knows the industry like the back of his hand. Toby, the experience, and Mark, the experience of being a musician and when the shit hits the fan and coming out of it and having this whole positivity on it. Incredible guests.
They're all like Jedis.
They are now, yeah. They're masters.
Like Jedis, man. They are Jedis of the music industry.
I loved Mark Richardson's because it's you don't foresee certain conversations. And Mark, you know, what I knew of Mark, you know, Ronnie knew way more than I did, but what I knew of Mark is what I visually saw, this big, huge guy, top off, raw, you know what I mean, playing drums. But he was just this incredibly just again another wonderful soul, and just had so much respect and understood where he was at that time and what he is now, and then giving advice,
almost quite delicate, bro.
Yeah, but giving advice to up and coming band, and basically said, didn't he? I'll give my email out to anybody watching now, and if you want to contact me, I mean, what? That's incredible. Incredible guests.
Fucking beautiful, man.
It's just what I said earlier. We've had a lot of guests who completely go in a different direction to how we kind of. You are right. I followed Mark since since I left school. Basically, his career. He's a phenomenal drummer, an incredible human. But I didn't expect it to go down that rabbit hole of him being so open. I should have. I mean, I did. I did kind of know about his past, but as we know with a lot of people, they don't really come on these shows to discuss that. They come on to talk about the rah, like you said, and my moment playing Reading or Glastonbury, sorry, or my moment playing Reading with Feeder, or you know what I mean. But yeah. Brilliant. Ended up being.
In the later stages of these episodes of CrowCast, obviously, like myself and Ronnie would meet up with the act to make sure that internet was good and all the connection was good and stuff. And what I got from Mark straight away, we always ask, is there anything you don't want to talk about? Because, there are things, people don't want to talk about live on air. And Mark's like, ask me anything. Like, and he was, not only did he say, ask me anything, he wanted to talk about the bad stuff, to educate people, to let them know, there's a dark side to this if you do this, and this. And so when we opened that door, when he opened that door and we asked those questions, my God, was it what a show. I love that show.
Brilliant. I instantly thought, oh fuck, we're launching our beer tonight. It's like, oh no.
It's a good point.
Because I just genuinely didn't want Mark to think we were disrespecting him, because I completely fucking respect his career. Like I said, followed him and everything. And he did see the lightheartedness of it, and he understands that obviously, we just couldn't have timed it. We had it all scheduled, everything was right. And like I said, I was expecting Mark to come on and talk about like rock drumming and the going from the Little Angels to the transition to Skunk and Nancy. I didn't know we'd go so deep. So it was a gold moment, though, and I think yet again we've gained a friend, Toby Jepson, a real insight of fucking hell, the highs and lows, and Bruce. Well, yet again another guest who stays in touch and offering out any help. Which that's what you need from people like that in the industry, especially with that knowledge. You'd be an absolute fool not to take it, so and yet again some live music guys. Toby has sent over, because obviously he's been a bit unwell lately. I don't know if any of you've seen, he had the jabs, he was feeling a bit poorly, so he had to kind of postpone the kitchen busker, because yet again another guy who was just absolutely relentless in a COVID world. He's got everything going on at the moment. New records with Wayward Sons, reunion talk with the Little Angels, and a solo album as well.
Yeah, man. This next performance is from Toby Jepson's his retrospective solo compilation album, Viewfinder. This is Unwind by Toby Jepson. Check it out.
Calling on the phone. I can hear
What we then? Banging.
Yeah, it was class.
I like that. Very like loads of fucking bands I like
Alkaline Trio, bit of that.
Counting Crows. I had little bits of the Police. I had yeah, man. Like the especially the exchange and the melody lines and stuff like that. Like
Counting Crows, waiting for you.
Jim Blossoms. Jim Blossoms.
Yeah.
Hey, Jealousy.
Little bits of Sugar as well for any old school fans. There's little bits of Sugar. So yet again, rattling on. It's fucking late, man. It's fucking late.
It's going to be longer. It's our year birthday, boys. 52 episodes. That's unbelievable. It's going to be longer.
Man. And I swear to God, we're trying to get everybody in, but it's fucking impossible. We were still here tomorrow. We should have done a fucking marathon episode, shouldn't we?
Well,
hey, there's an idea.
Yesterday.
There's
we
an
started
idea.
this episode yesterday, bro.
How long can we stay on the air live? That's what we should do. There we are. No one fucking nicked that idea, right? I've just said it now. There's a thing for charity. How long can we stay on the air without sleeping? Oof. Donating money to charity.
I could do that.
Constant content.
There was a show, wasn't there, like Big Brother show in the 90s where you weren't allowed to sleep, and if you fell asleep, you were out. Do you remember that show?
We used to do like a stream one day, like a proper broadcast, 24 hours of Crows.
Yeah.
Just jamming for 24 hours.
I'd be gone first. I'd be literally gone first.
We started like,
China's like, fuck that.
Started maybe
I won't even be there.
Started on a Friday afternoon, maybe, and we ended on a Sunday night, But
Monday morning, Ben. Monday morning.
Yeah, well, everyone will have work on Monday, won't they? So if we started on say a Friday afternoon, nice slow burn. Hey, everybody coming home from work. We're just kicking off the CrowCast, and no fucking sleep till Sunday night.
I'm in. So
do you know what I mean? Get everybody to send content in as well. We get guests to come on to try and keep us awake. To keep the conversation lively, we just keep it going. How long can we go? How long can you go? Fucking hell.
I'm in,
Tell you what, I'm ready for fucking bed now.
Dave's hands on his head. He's like,
yeah, let's the end is nigh. So there we are. Should we have some birthday messages?
Yes.
Happy birthday, CrowCast. This is Moose, Killer Lights. Been 1 year during lockdown. Happy birthday. Hope there's another one. Not another lockdown, another CrowCast year. See you guys soon. Push.
Top man. Top man.
He is, man. He looks fucking pissed at me.
Who's he going? Probably is.
Was that Chinese burn shine?
Yeah. I haven't seen him for a few days.
And yet again, producer extraordinaire and new member of Kill the Lights.
Right, it's Chris Clancy from Kill the Lights. I just wanted to say happy birthday to the CrowCast. 1 year.
As brilliant.
A flashback to the hot tub.
I'm going to text him right now. That's brilliant.
That's fucking brilliant, man, honestly.
It's like him in a hot tub with Lloyd.
Yeah. He missed the bloody musical. I can really try.
Two amazing guests. Yet again, both brought different flavors. Moose talking about his journey throughout music and the exciting new project that is Kill the Lights. Chris Clancy, obviously co-producer of Point of No Return. And yet again, after the CrowCast, it was official that he was the new he was the bass player of Kill the Lights. Yeah. And yet again, incredible story. They've recorded a banging album. Absolutely banging album, and they still haven't played a gig yet due to COVID. So it's really exciting to see when they come out what that energy is going to bring, because they're all busting for it, and now you've just ramped that up to 11, like, do you know what I mean? So that's awesome. And yet again, we are lucky to have some music from the guys.
Ooh.
Ooh, and I actually think this is a ooh and a ooh. This will be the last bit of music of the show. Sad time.
Well, it's nearly 4 hours.
It's nearly 4 hours. Let's get on with it.
Thank
Let's
you,
get the
Dutch.
lights.
This song's called Through the Night.
Sinner Guys available right now at www.killthelightsofficial.com. Keep up to date with all their rescheduled shows and everything to do with the band. Exciting.
Yes.
Great.
Can't wait for them to get out there and start fucking gigging, because it's been a long journey for a minute.
Was that Dave?
So it's been a long journey for those guys the last couple of years, isn't it? Like, it's been hiccups and hiccups.
Yeah.
But
the album on bass though, sounding slamming, Clancy.
Yeah, the album is killer.
Yeah, man. Absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. It wouldn't be CrowCast without you guys as well, sending in your presence. We are trying to keep this show. I'm trying to keep it under 4 hours. I'm trying to keep it under 4 hours. So we will do some mystery boxes next week. But
Mystery box, mystery box. What's inside the mystery box? Mystery box, mystery box. What's inside the mystery box?
Oh, it's presents. Give me the fucking box.
there was a quick message, but there I cut to the promo. It was a lovely message. I don't know
Grant,
if you
was
can
it?
find it.
Grant?
I think it was Grant. Is that easy? There we go.
What an incredible way to mark the first birthday of CrowCast. So many memories. Thank you so much, lads, for all you've done. It's been phenomenal. It's been phenomenal and so very much appreciated. Here's to the next 12 months with hopefully a lifting of lockdown conditions, a return of live music, and even more success for the band. Thank you, Grant. Thank you, bro.
Cheers, brother.
You're
Much
welcome.
love.
It's been a pleasure.
Come on in, Ronnie.
Mystery box. I'm going to rattle through this really, really quickly. I have just kind of tried to open it in the break. I did cheat. I got to admit. Happy anniversary to the CrowCast and all you amazing daft lot. I think that says daft. Thanks for everything you do for the whole Crow family. Hopefully we'll get to see you all very soon. Much love, Chris and Shelley and Asbo the cat. Hey. Apparently Asbo likes my voice.
Thank you.
Someone likes my fucking voice.
Fucking Dave's on the water. Who, Dave?
Yeah.
Right. This was the box.
That's a big box.
The fucking big box. It's like my spare bed now.
Oh, bunk bed, is it?
I did cheat, guys. I do apologize, but we'll pretend I didn't, and we'll go. Whoa! What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box?
Fucking box.
There we go, David.
Ooh, yeah! Woo! Fucking love Easter egg. Fucking love an Easter egg.
Are they all the same, Ron? Dairy milk?
Well, there is a dairy milk one there.
Ooh.
Flake,
Oh,
is it that flake?
Oh, flake.
Chocolate flake.
Oh,
Dairy milk.
oh,
Dairy
dairy milk.
milk.
Oh. Dairy milk. Dairy milk.
Flake.
I'll have a flake. I'll have a flake.
There we are. Shane's bagged another flake. Who's going to
Flake. Day 32 in a flake.
the last one? You ready, boys? You ready? Ready? Ready?
Gonna be? What's
It's
it gonna be?
another- Dairy milk. Shocking dairy milk. Shocking 2 dairy milks.
Fuck off. One of them's mine, you prick.
Massive.
Yeah,
Massive.
I've had a drink. I'm going to tell you exactly what for. Well, I'm going to come around there and fill you in now.
That's right. But I mean, fucking
Happy birthday, CrowCast. Joking.
Massive thanks to Shelley and Chris and Asbo as well. I'll tuck into my beautiful flake shortly.
Keep my flake,
Is 2 flakes clean all you back the second one. Yes, again.
Sorry,
friend-
Beck. Sorry, Beck. Do you remember the advert? The crumbliest, flakiest milk chocolate? and remember Phil Jones boys singing this?
Oh yes, during the sex. Fucking hell, man, that's a coincidence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got TV in the UK, was it?
yeah, yeah, and he did the shake and back and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway. Yeah.
so yeah, more mystery box next week. Because like I said, we thank you all for staying up so late. There is a fucking hardcore bunch of you over there.
You're welcome.
And again, for everybody who catches up tomorrow, hope you've enjoyed it. And fucking hell, I think what time are we now? What is the time? I am going to clock.
It's nearly 10 to 1.
Right. I can see Shiner's face. Fucking wrap it up. Wrap it up. Yes, my boy.
I've had a good night. I've had a good night, and I'm proud of everything.
You know where to find us on the socials. You know to visit www.thosedamncrows.com. But what I want to do before I hand it over to anybody else, I want to thank Mikey Evans for episode 2 for joining us, John Norman for episode 3, Ryan Richards episode 4, Sean Corn, as everybody has rustled him now. Michael Padge for episode 5, Chris Clancy, episode 6, Kev, Moose, Ian Danta, Mike Exeter, Paul Anthony, Ricky Warwick, Danny Bowes, Massive Wagon, Stonebroken, Toby Jepson, Chris Barras, Bernie Marsden, Wyatt Wendels, Marco Mendoza, CJ Wildheart, Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons, Nathan James, Chris Buck, Andy James, Jimmy Watkins, Bob Richards, Johnny Owen, The Hot Damn, Mark Andrews, Dan Reed. What a fucking episode that was. That was an incredible episode as well. The Christmas special, which was us. Ruth Jones, Doug Aldridge, Bruce Dickinson, Mark Richardson, Ricky Warwick again, Blaze Bailey, Mason Hill, The Dust Coda, and Charlie Starr. Thank you all.
Shayna!
Ladies and gentlemen, one-liner, shiner.
Be a quick shine.
There she is, boy.
Unmute, Shane. Unmute, son.
Unmute yourself, Shayna.
Yeah, well, you missed me a boozing, Dave. For that.
Just pretty well.
Oh,
Here's
nice
the
short
laugh.
one. Oh, so this is quite nice one. This one. When words fail, music speaks. Good night.
Outstanding.
Good night.
Crow family, 52 weeks. We've had amazing guests, as Ronnie just said, but we are nothing without the Crow family. Thank you so much for your love and support, as always. We will see you next week. Week 53 on CrowCast. See you then.
I'm not giving up. I'm not giving